at home down there for Southwest Missouri.
Those Saluki dogs will guard you and guard you and guard you. They won last night 62-48 over the Blue Jays in Carbondale and set an all-time Missouri Valley Conference league winning streak. They haven't lost since February 24th of 2001. 62-48 was the final score. Drake at Wichita tonight, Northern Iowa at Evansville. That's where we play on Saturday night. And Indiana State is over at Normal's Redbird Arena.
Dave, you know, we gave them two of the biggest scares during that streak down there at Southern Illinois, too. We played them tough down there several times.
Well, Sylvester Willis in that length of the court pass after Mike Suggs had hit that 3-ball. The officials for tonight's game are Mike Sanzier, Paul Castor from Omaha, Nebraska, and Tim Hutchinson. Well, you know Hutchinson. He's the gray-haired official. Castor is the veteran. We had him in Des Moines. And Mike Sanzier works a lot in the Big Ten. Well, it's now time for the keys to the game. Ready, Coach?
Dave, I was ready last week.
Well, we're just on a one-week tape delay here, Coach. And by the way, again, I'm going to let this alone after. I again want to thank everyone for your prayers, your phone calls, your emails. I will get back to everyone that wrote to me or emailed to me, but it's going to take a while. But I am working on that at work. And the great thing about you and Roger working together, Coach, and I told you about this, it gave you guys, in an emergency situation, a chance to reunite. And after all the thrills that you gave Bradley basketball fans at the Fieldhouse during Roger's tenure there, and his number 45 is up there, in all of those thrills, to have you guys work together one more time was just comforting to me.
Well, we'd a lot rather have had you there, Dave, I guarantee you. But thank you. It was kind of fun, and I'm looking forward to the game here tonight. This should be a good ball game.
I'm looking forward to it. WMBD, Peoria, Illinois, just about 7 o'clock. Okay, the keys to the game. Ruffin and Tony Bennett against Ahern and Deke Thompson. Scoring. Sellis, more than his average. Get to 15 points and outscore their bench. Defensively, under 43% from the field. Ahern and Cheney, less than 25 points combined, and over 16 turnovers for the Bears. That shouldn't be difficult. This is going to be an up-tempo game. It's going to be thrown around a little bit. Magic number tonight, Coach. First team 2.
71.
Bingo. We're on the same page. Now that you're officially a play-by-play man, you're thinking like the play-by-play man. Sellis now 24th on the all-time scoring list, 1,219. 2 behind Anthony Manuel. And 10 behind the great Bobby Joe Mason. Patrick O'Brien, 105 career block shots. Now 3 behind Mitchell Anderson, the assistant coach for the Memphis Grizzlies, for 3rd on the all-time list. Donald Powell, he has the lead at 180 for his Bradley career. This broadcast is brought to you by Bradley University and JMP Radio Group, LLC, solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. Any publication or rebroadcast without the direct consent of JMP Media Group, LLC, or Bradley University is prohibited. Coach Stoll and I have been approved by Bradley University. Teams are lined up, free throw line extended across the way. It was great to talk to Barry Hinson, taking over for Art Haynes on the pregame show on the other mic. Mike Sable also kept that broadcast together last week, and I know Mike Wild was at the station trying to organize things while I was taking a little detour. And so, again, thanks to everyone from the bottom of my heart. Now, to honor America at Carver Arena before Bradley and Missouri State, ladies and gentlemen,
thank you.
Our national
heart. And join our singer, a senior music ed and music performance major from Peoria, Matthew Adams Winger, as he leads us with singing of our national anthem, directed by Dave Froman of the Bradley Basketball Band.
national anthem, and a fine job. The students are back. The student band and Dave Roman is back as well. The handshakes across the floor as we get ready for the starting lineup for tonight's game. And again, a tip of the hat to Dan DiOrio for his job on that Indiana State game on Saturday night. Danny, I got to...
are subject to ejection from Carver Arena, and a technical foul may be assessed against your team.
You want to go on the plane?
Your cooperation is greatly appreciated.
Instead of drive? Okay. You need to write down. Talk to Rick. The Bears of Southwest Missouri State. I'm going to have to fill that out too. The Bears, this is the Heritage Bank starting lineup, and Barry Hinson in his 7th season. He's always like on the end of the cliff. 156 and 109 overall. Troy Collier, Ben Miller, Ryan Brown. The assistant coaches, Deke Thompson, 6-foot senior from Tulsa. Jenks High School in Oklahoma, 10.6 points. His assisted turnover is 43 up and 22 down. Blake Ahern, and what a shooter. 17.8, leads the Valley in scoring. 218. Actually, his 2.18. I almost said 218 rebounds a game, Coach. That would be a little bit much for the 6'2 guard. Yeah, played 32 minutes a game. Had 32 his career high against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Sky Frazier will start. No, he will not start. They've made a change. Nathan Ballou, 6'6", 175 junior from Ozark, Missouri.
They'll split the time, probably about 20 minutes each.
At 9.2. And Drew Rick. Give him my information as well, and he's going to find that out here in a couple minutes. We're going on the charter, Coach. Watts and I are going on the charter to Evansville.
That's good.
So that gets us back on Saturday night.
That's good.
We won't be able to eat at Ryan's, his favorite place in
that's bad.
Terre Haute, but
can't have everything.
And we'll miss the Mike Sable stop in Terre Haute as well.
Yeah, Mike's generally rode down with us. And
yeah.
I'll tell you, Mike did a lot. When you were sick, Dave, Mike was right on top of things back here along with Dan, and made things a lot easier for us.
That's why we're all a team. If a team member leaves, everybody else just bucks up and takes up the slack. Bradley and Missouri State, the Braves in the first half will move from left to right. Bradley benches right down in front of us. Pretty good crowd here tonight for a Wednesday evening. We're at Roberts Stadium, the house of horrors for the Braves the past few years. On Saturday night, Dan DiOrio will have Braves Plus at 6 o'clock. Well, we see everybody's in their place. Pete Van Auken's down there. Jim Maloof talked to the former mayor earlier today, and And Joe Napoli has not yet bowed his head and crossed his legs as of yet.
This team here, Dave, you know, some teams come in here and their depth hurts them. This team here can substitute. They got scoring coming off the bench.
Drew Richards to jump against Zach Andrews. It's Bradley and Missouri State. It's back tip to Ruffin, and here come the Braves on the first offensive set. Ruff with it. He wears number 20. He's got his wrist taped, his left wrist. Looks at J.J. Twy, gives it to him on the right.
Man-to-man to start with.
Sky Frazier has him. J.J. brings it between the rings. We played 15 seconds. Now looks at the baseline. Ruff runs and gets it up high right. Look at a lob to Somerville, who's posting inside. Zach on a high-low. Give it to Twy in the corner left. Watches Zach post downstairs, gives it to him against Richards, backs in, hooks, lays it up, and in and out. Rebound J.J. Twy, they're on his back, gets the rebound, and then has it taken away.
At point blank when Zach should have got that one in.
And here comes Cheney at the other end. Drop down pass knocked away by Andrews to Twy, to Bennett. Tony gives it off the glass and a push on Drew Richards going in as the Braves try to run the break at 19-15. We'll go to the line for a pair as Drew Richards. No, they say it was not on the shot.
A little bit of a blind pass that time by Tony. We didn't execute that fast break as well as we could have.
Well, I don't know how they say that's not a shot, but Mike Sanzier says not. Considering Zach was going to the line, Coach, I'll take this. Baseline right. Twy slaps on the Essen Braves. Gives to Somerville out front, running off a screen is Ruffin. He's got it on the left. Zach posting down on the left block. With it is Twy. Andrews steps out.
They're not going to guard Zach out there.
Give it to Ruff. Between his legs, takes a look. Posting inside. The ball is kicked. So reload the shot clock. No, that's right. It was 15. They had reload the shot clock. Sky Frazier comes in. He had 19 here last year for his career high.
Just gave us a fit, Dave.
He did. 6'10", 255 sophomore from Augusta, Missouri. Twy inbound sideline right. We played 58 seconds. Ruff with it. Get a ball screen from Somerville, who now goes downstairs. Zach Andrews with it. Zach gives up to Bennett. Tony around one, around two. Give to Andrews. Reverse layup. Kaboom!
Well, that's where Zach can hurt you.
And the first two go down the easy way on the slam dunk. 2-0 Braves on a pretty high percentage shot from Zach Andrews. With it is Deke Thompson and now Cheney. He missed their first shot. Post passes Frazier. Backs in against Andrews. Turns, fires it up, and there he goes again. Sets everybody down. Sky Frazier picks up where he left off last year and ties the game at 2. Ruffin with it. Andrews up high. Now it's J.J. Twy, free throw line extended to the left. Get a ball screen from Andrews on a pick and roll. Give it to Somerville. He feels the pressure and leans in and fires a right-hander in from 6 feet. Good.
Well, that's good. Good
Good
place.
post up.
Yeah, he post up. Good shot for Marcellus. Get it in there.
Almost 2 minutes gone. 4-2 the Bradley lead. A lob to the goal as Sky Frazier tries to make it Ballou. Save. Here's a jumper fired up and missed by Cheney. Rebound taken down by Ruff. Braves on the move, on the scoot. Bounce pass thrown away by Ruff as he tried to hit Bennett on a bounce pass. And Bradley's first turnover comes at 17:51. 4-2 is the Bradley lead. We're just underway in Missouri Valley Conference action. And Bradley will pressure. Cheney will inbound. And he throws a baseball pass. It's picked off by Tony Bennett. Tipped to Somerville. That was a bad pass. Second turnover. Here's a ball fake by Somerville. Hops in the lane. Lay it up. Get it. Did a good job of avoiding the charge. He's got 4. The Bradley lead is 4, 6-2.
I saw 2 good shots to start with.
17:37. Cheney with it. Look, the count is on. The count is 2. Ooh, almost an intercept by Ruff as he tried to cut down the passing lane left. Ballou with it up front. He's way away from the basket. Now takes a couple of dribbles. Looks at and hands off to Deke Thompson. Get a ball screen and then a switch and a double. A drop down pass Ballou. Look for a block to block. Inside out. Oh, there's Ahern. 3 ball left. Bounce it no good. Rebound it. Came right back to him. Nice pass and a layup is good by Frazier.
Yeah, they got a lucky bounce that time. Capitalized on it.
6-4. 4 points for Sky Frazier. This is his arena. Should have cut. Came here.
He's playing about 8-10 feet off of Zach out front.
Bennett with it left. Looked for an entry pass to Somerville again against Nathan Ballou. On the baseline, he stops. Looked at a skip pass, kick it back out. Good patience that time by Sellis, who gets it back. Now turns baseline left. Bounce it up too high. Rebound tip by J.J. Twy.
Nice
J.J.
save.
went and got it.
Nice save by J.J.
16:40 new shot clock running. Ruff with it high right. Bradley 6. Missouri State 4. Ruff between the rings on a 1-4 high. Braves are 2 of 5 from the field. With it is Bennett. Tony drives baseline, gets bumped, penetrate and kick, give it to JJ, into Andrews. He's in the lane, inside out, Ruffin. Good patience by the Braves here. A ball screen for Ruffin by Andrews. Ruff taking the baseline on the right, goes all the way through. Penetrate and kick to Bennett. 6 on the shot clock. Now to Andrews with 5, now with 4. Layup with 3, goes down.
Good move by that time. Zach able to get all the way to the basket.
He has 4. Somerville has 4, and the Braves have 8, and they lead at 8-4, and we'll have an official time in the next dead ball. With it, Cheney up high to the right.
Getting the ball inside pretty much.
Ballou with it against Somerville. Puts it down to be stripped, and jump ball. It'll go to Missouri State when we come back in a minute. Good defense by Sellis, who's off to a very good start, continuing what we saw the other night. Making the pass, not rushing the shot, and he's got 4 and 4 for Zach Andrews. Sellis is 2 of 3 from the field. 8-4 Braves, back in a minute with 15:55 to play first half. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball at 1470 WMBD.
How many there were. There was a message from Barb Cadu, my agent. She was checking on all of her customers
he
to
said
see
you could go
how
on
they
the
had fared
plane.
with the storm.
I wanted my clients to feel at peace. Barb actually called me first. Country Insurance and Financial Services.
I got to give you mine, too.
They do. They change it. Oh, okay.
Against the former player, challenge.
Hey, Watts. Thank you.
Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. Courtney Vickerman going to keep us up to date on those Valley scores. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by a new sponsor, and I'm telling you, this place is going great guns, and we're glad to have them with us. Bradley Braves basketball, WMBD welcomes our new sponsor, Candy Kitchen and Creamery. The Candy Kitchen and Creamery in Pekin has handmade chocolates, fudge, ice cream, and desserts. So you can't ask for anything more, Coach. All the sweets you desire. Call 346-CHOC, C-H-O-C.
Haven't heard anything I didn't like yet, Dave.
Oh, Coach, we got to go there. I'll take you over there one of these days. It's terrific.
Let's make it quicker than that.
Well, we got to wait till at least after tonight's game. And Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Illinois American Water, proud to provide you with quality water service.
8 points for Bradley, Dave, all coming in the paint. Good indication we're looking to get that ball inside a little more.
Braves are 4 of 6, 67%, 2 of 4 for the Bears. And it looks like no substitutions. Ahern, Ballou, Cheney, Frazier, and Thompson for Missouri State. With it, Ahern. He's got it high right. He's missed his only shot, and JJ's done an excellent job on him and almost cut down a passing lane again. With it is Cheney. Now it's Ballou. Looks backdoor cut. They like to do that with Ahern. Look to hand it off to him. Gives it into the lane. His pull-up jumper. A drop-down pass instead is to Cheney. His pull-up jumper is short. Got his own rebound. Put it on the floor to be stripped. Flipped it back out in front. New shot clock. Thompson on the three-point shot misses. Ruffin is fouled by Cheney on the rebound. His first and the second team foul at 15:26. And Bradley's lead at 8-4, and they'll try to increase that. The Braves in the Valley are tied with Drake at 4 and 5. A win, and they'll tie Missouri State. Substitution time. Shane Laurie, he's a freshman from Springfield, Missouri, averaging 2.9 a game, 6'2", 180.
Showing his own this time, Dave.
2-3. And with it is Ruff across the timeline, has Twy on the left wing. Zach Andrews comes to the high post and now goes back down. Ruff pulls up his dribble, gives to Twy on the left. Look at a high post pass, Ruffin with it. Ruff looks and gives it to Bennett. He straddles the three-point line in the corner on the right, looks to penetrate and kick to Twy. JJ gives to Somerville, 13-12 on the shot clock. Somerville gets hung and then bounces it off of Nathan Ballou, out of bounds, 10 on the shot clock. Inbound baseline left with 15:01 to play first half, and Bradley's lead is 8-4.
Marcellus tried to drive baseline left, and there wasn't any place for it to go that time.
Twy to inbound, does to Zach Andrews. 9-8 on the shot clock. Bennett with 7, now with 6. Tony with 5. Ruff with 4, now with 3. Ball screen with 2. Fires it up. A desperation shot. Banks no good. Somerville the rebound. Walked
Not too bad. Marcellus went up the board all the way from the perimeter that time and got the rebound. Unfortunately, did travel.
Second turnover for the Braves. Good defense that time by the Bears.
Bradley playing man-to-man right now, and Tony Bennett is guarding the ball inbounds, playing way off his man for the double team.
To Frazier and back to Laurie, and they will get Kellen Easley into the game. I always want to call him Kellen Winslow. O'Brien and Will Franklin will come in the next dead ball for the Braves. With it is Laurie. They double him and then rotate back all the way down, and Tony Bennett got a blocking foul. Tony's first, team foul first. This will be a shooting foul.
First foul on Bennett, first on the Braves.
And the first team foul on the Braves for the contest. How are the Bears at the line? 74% as a team. Laurie is 9 of 13. This is only his 14th attempt on the season. Has not scored. He wears number 12, the maroon uniform. Well, there have been some games down through the years between these two. Free throw's good. 8-5. Kellen Easley, 6'6". He's from Joliet Township. 9.4 points per game. Wears number 30. Thompson is out. Nate Ballou is out. Zach Andrews is out. And Patrick O'Brien is in. Will Franklin is in for Bradley. And they've got one other sub that came in there, and that is Dale Lambreth. Lambreth.
One of the best shooters.
6'5" sophomore from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, averages 7.2. Both free throws by Lowry goes down. And it's 8-6. The Bradley lead is 2 at 14-23.
And they're falling back into the zone again.
Franklin is in there, and here's a drive all the way down by Bennett. Cross-court skip is to Twy, and a baseline jumper is good by Somerville just inside the arc. 16-footer. He's got 6.
Somerville had his feet underneath him, and Dave had plenty of time to rise for a shot.
10-6. Sellis has 6 of the Bradley. 10 points. 6 minutes into the game. Lamberth with it, has it taken away by Tony Bennett, loose on the floor, and whistle, and a turnover caused by the Bradley defense and caused by number 5, and the third turnover of the night for the Bears. Lawrence Wright is in for Somerville. Sellis had a very solid 6 minutes. So did J.J. Twy, who comes out. So it's Wright, Bennett, O'Brien, Franklin. Somerville stays in. So it's Twy and Andrews that are out, and Sellis stays in the contest.
Bennett, one of the leaders in the league in steals as well, Dave.
Bradley trying to double him up here. Give to O'Brien at the high post. Drop down pass is thrown away. Tried to hit Somerville, and it was too hot to handle. Bradley's third turnover at 13:49.
You got to lob that to have a chance, and that was almost a line drive out of bounds.
And pressure for the Braves. The count is 2, and Sky Frazier comes down, and O'Brien was there, and he gives it back to Shane Lowry. And he'll bring it across the timeline against Will Franklin. He's from Houston, Texas, 6-foot guard. Taken away by Tony Bennett. His layup is up and good. A steal, a score, his first deuce. It's double, 12-6. Ahern back quickly at the other end.
Looking for that more all the time.
Lowry with it. And Bennett caught up with Ahern. Here's Cheney, or make it Lamberth. Look at a ball. A drop down pass. There's a double on Easley. 12-6 is the Bradley lead.
Good defense, Bradley.
Somerville on Easley. Give to Ahern. He's 0 for 2 from the field. Get a ball screen and an illegal screen. A moving screen on Sky Frazier at 13-12. A turnover, the 5th already for the Bears. And Drew Richards will come in at 13-12 of the first half. And Bradley's lead is 12-6. Pretty solid first 7 minutes already, I think, Coach.
Both ends of the floor,
right. Will Franklin with it. And he looks at Jim Lassen, indicates the play he wants.
Man-to-man again by Southwest.
With it, Bennett. Give to Somerville. Pull-up jumper from 16. That's good. He's got 8. Oh, he looks in a groove tonight.
Well, he's had good shots.
14-6.
Advantage of it.
Lowry at the other end. His layup is up and good. He went all the way down against Will Franklin and got the field goal. 14-8 as he beat Will all the way down. And he's got it free throw line extended on the Bradley end now. Lawrence Wright, cross-court pass, Franklin. Inside pass is thrown too low for O'Brien, and Richards tied him up.
They scored, Dave. They scored and went back into zone that time. They may be changing defenses on
the fly.
Whether they score or not.
Sellis is 4 of 5 from the field tonight. 12:36 to play first half. Bradley with the ball. Baseline right and leading 14-8. Let's see if they get a lob here to O'Brien.
They got a clear out there for him, trying to do it. They'll probably double up on him.
Or triple up on him. Takes a look, a back cut by Somerville, and a safety pass is thrown to Bennett in the back court. So Tonio bringing himself across the timeline with a right-hand dribble. Points Will Franklin to the left. In a man-to-man are the Bears. With it, Somerville, lob, off a hand, tried to hit O'Brien. Bradley's fourth turnover. Too hard to handle and not floated enough. Lamberth with it, and he's guarded by Lawrence Wright. A steal by Franklin. $100 Will stops and lays it in. His first deuce.
Good job. Shut down the passing lanes in most positions here tonight.
Doubled again. 6th turnover. Gets the Braves a lead of 8 points. They've got him doubled. At 16-8, we'll have an official time in the next dead ball. Somerville gets a blocking foul. Boy, there sure wasn't much contact there. 11:55 to play. Sellis gets his first. Second team. Cheney in. Thompson in for the Bears. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball with a 16-8 lead at 11:55 on 1470 WMBD.
When you have a team effort with people working together, great things can happen. The SEFCU team has helped members reach their financial goals since 1937. SEFCU, proud to serve your community and proud to be your credit union.
9-6, 13:55. Okay. Thank you. Base now, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Kelleher's Irish Pub and Eatery. When you enter, you're Irish. 100,000 welcomes await you before after every Bradley game at State and Water on Peoria's riverfront. And brought to you by Avanti's. If you have a son or daughter between 8 and 12, register them to be an honorary ball boy or ball girl at any of the 3 Avanti's locations. Winners will be notified and announced prior to each home game. A pretty solid 8 minutes, Coach, and the Braves have the Bears doubled at 16-8.
Well, we were able to get the ball inside. We got 12 or 16 points in the paint, Dave, and really a noticeable stat. They have 1 to 6 to go with 6 turnovers. That's attributable to the good shutdown denial defense. You know, it's not just one man. We've had good help defense. You know, it's been Will with the steal. It's been Tony Bennett with the steal. Somerville almost got a steal. Good overall team defense leads to that.
And only 2 personal fouls thus far.
Well, we've done a pretty good job of that. The last half a dozen games, for the most part, we've stayed out of foul trouble. The only exception being that game when we lost, they shot the bunch of them.
73% from the Braves in the field, 8 of 11. Missed their only 3. That was Ruff's desperation shot at the end of the shot clock. Ahern is 0 for 1. He's only got 1 shot. That was a 3, didn't go. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Well, they've only got 7 shots in the first 8 minutes as a team, Dave.
Yeah, they've turned it over a
We're
little bit.
showing a 1-2-2 zone this time ourselves.
I love that when Jim comes out of the huddle and changes up, both offensively and defensively. Here's Thompson in the corner on the right, bring it to the wing. Bounce past Cheney. Now Lowry, who's in there. Take it to the left. Look, and give it to Thompson. He takes it to the wing. Shot clock reads 15, now 14. Lowry with it up front. Count was on 3. Now to pass out in front, Cheney. Shot clock reads 9, now 8. Now 7, now 6, now 5. Thompson with 4. His pull-up shot is blocked out of bounds by O'Brien with 2 on the shot clock.
And that's why you can give a little on that defense once in a while, and you got someone like Patrick that can just goaltend back there.
Inbound left baseline with 2 on the shot clock. This is going to be a catch and shoot. The count is 3. There's the catch. There's Easley. Block to Richards. It's blocked out of bounds. It is a violation. It's the 7th turnover for the Bears. Coach, they score 80 a game. We're coming up on 10 minutes gone. They've got 8.
They haven't faced this kind of pressure very often, Dave.
And 3 field goals. Franklin with it across the timeline. $100 Will, I call him. Here's a O'Brien fake. He's doubled in the post. Give it to Ruffin. Bounce passes Andrews. Stop. Put it up. Blocked. Nice block out of there by
nice
Drew
pass by Ruffin.
And Cheney got to pick him up in transition. And Cheney brings it out high right. Looks at Lowry. Looks at Deke Thompson, and Ruff was almost in the passing lane. With it is Cheney. This is excellent Bradley defense. Here's Cheney come down. He's three-time pull-up jumper, throws it, missed it. Rebound Franklin. Will takes it on the weak side. Looks at his options, gives it to Ruffin. Easy, give it inside to Andrews. Feels the double, throws a pass that only Boogie can catch, and he tries to save it. Out of bounds, its last touch by the Bears. I'll tell you what, Boogie went up like Smith of Carolina that time to try to pull that one down and then saved it off the arm of the SMS. Yeah, I did it. Missouri State player. That's one. An inbounds pass, Will Franklin. Will has it. Go to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper is good. Just got it, shot it in. He's got 4 at 10.5 to go. The Bradley lead is 8. 18-8. With it is Cheney. Take it between the rings. Thompson with it. He wears 21. Deke Thompson. There is Lowry. They've got Ahern out of the game. He's been out of the game. Here's a pass to Thompson between the rings. Now bring it up high to the left. 16-15 on the shot clock. The count is on. The count is on again. Almost a steal by Andrews. Thompson, 3-ball left wing. That misses short, and it goes right to Lowry out long. And they'll reload it again. Ahern will come in on the next dead ball. We're under 10 minutes to play in the half. 18-8 is the Bradley lead. With it, Lowry now easily. Thompson look for the post pass. Cheney goes down in the lane. There is O'Brien against Richards. He gets in deep, stopped, hooked it, missed it. Rebound taken down by Lawrence Wright. Kicks it off to Will Franklin. Will stops on the left wing, looks at O'Brien, gives it to Lawrence Wright. Now a high-low is a bad pass by Zach Andrews. Tried to get it to O'Brien. Had no chance to go. Fifth turnover.
Bad angle, bad pass.
And an illegal screen as Boogie ran right into it. Ballou, Frazier, and Ahern in. Missouri State has 3 field goals in 10 minutes and 31 seconds. 3 of 11 from the field for the Bears. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois. Bradley's lead is 18-8 at 9:29. 8 turnovers now for Missouri State.
They're showing a 2-3 zone again this possession.
The Bradley defense has just been marvelous, Coach.
Yes, it has, and we've got the ball inside. Looks like they're going to try and trap it to get down a little deeper.
Ruffin with it. Look at the double high post at a moment. Now there's O'Brien. Steps and makes a bad pass, but Franklin gets through, and then he has it batted out of bounds by Nate Ballou. Bennett in, Somerville in with 9:12 to play in the first half. Franklin played well. $100 Will. I told him, I said, you know, your last name is on the front of the $100 bill. He didn't get it right away. Probably hasn't had many hundreds.
Nor the 100, I was going to say.
9-14 for the Braves in the field. Ruff with it, free throw line extended on the right. Looks at O'Brien, trying to get a feel of double. Turns and fires baseline right, dribbled it no good. And a rebound taken down by Ahern. He's across the timeline with a right-hand dribble. Better pick him up because he'll fire in transition, and Ruff has him now. Give it to Cheney, fighting through the screen with Somerville, who cuts him off to the baseline on his left hand. Give it to Thompson, drop down pass nicely to Frazier, and he scores again. He's the only one who can score. He's got 6 of their 10, 18-10, 8:40 to play first half. Ruffin, lob inside, O'Brien, short shot up, good. Foul by Nate Ballou, and a trifecta in the works for the Bradley 7-foot sophomore from Blaine, Minnesota.
Another assist for Ruffin, and Patrick able to get that ball. They tried to double team. The help got there too late.
Doubled him up at 20-10, 8:36 to play. OB is, shooting a little bit better from the line, isn't he, Coach? 17 of 26. He started very slow.
But he should be a good free thrower, and he will be over the years.
Three-point play is missed, and a rebound comes long, and Bennett saves, but it goes into Nate Ballou. Tried to bang it off a bean. But here's Cheney at the other end. That's blocked out of bounds. Second of the night for O'Brien. Lawrence Wright is in, and O'Brien is out at 8:27.
Patrick got a couple balls there he blocked. He generally keeps in play, Dave. He kind of slapped at both of those.
Nothing from the perimeter, have they? It's all been inside stuff.
Well, that's real good defense.
The Sky Frazier, 3 of them. Here's Ahern, and Bennett's got him now. Drives baseline, right into the teeth of the Bradley defense and misses the shot. And it's out of bounds off Nate Ballou, out of bounds. 8:21 to play in the half. Bradley 20, Missouri State 10. And the Bears are 4 of 14. So they've back-to-back couple of bad halves here. The other day they were awful against Wichita in the second half. Now they've gone back to a 2-3 zone. And Ruff has it between the rings. The sophomore from Peoria High.
And they don't match up out of their zone, which is good for us.
Bennett Look for an arching pass. Looks right, comes right to Lawrence Wright. Now Bennett takes a dribble, looks and walks. Six Bradley turnover. He looked at Somerville in the corner right and wanted to go left.
And that's an unforced error. You don't like those.
8 minutes to go in the half, 20-10. Cheney, Thompson, Ballou, Frazier, and Ahern for the Bears. The maroon-clad Bears. And we'll have an official time in the next dead balls. We're under 8 minutes. With it is Thompson with a left-hand dribble across the timeline, spins, gives to Cheney, and he's been contained a little bit. He's been very good at the Valley Tournament the last couple of years. He's bumped this time, give to Ahern, can't get a shot. Thompson inside Ballou, going to need some help. He almost hooked, layup up and good. Nice move on the baseline, going left to right. Gets his first field goal, 20-12. The Bradley lead is 8. Bounce passes Bennett on the baseline. Steps between two, inside out to Ruffin. Lob to the, he lobbed the basketball.
Shot, Dave, shot.
A three ball. He was lobbing it to Zach Andrews and threw it in from 3. I think it's our night, 23-12. I got to change the 3-ball number. You talk about a shock. Here's Ahern in the lane. Pull up jumper short. Rebound, bang the boards and go out of bounds. It'll be Missouri State's ball when we come back in a minute. 7:08 to play in the half.
The one good thing, O'Brien didn't go up and get that.
It was a lob to the basket that Ruffin threw in the basket. When it's your night, your night. It's the old Jerry Reed song, Coach. When you're hot, you're hot.
Just don't sing it.
No, we've already had enough sickness. 23-12, Bradley by 11. Missouri State with the ball when we come back in a minute. 7:08 to go in the half. You're listening to Bradley Breeze Basketball on 1470 WMBD.
Good luck to Allison Road. On your mark, get set, go. Seconds. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Try Allison Road. Our thanks to Papa John's, the officials.
New plant location? San Diego. San Diego. The ocean.
The sun.
The people.
A problem.
Problem?
Prices.
Big problem. Solution? Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Good paper. Best paper. Pittsburgh paper.
Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. The latest scores we had, 13-6, Wichita over Drake at Coke Arena, 15:40 first half. 13:55, Northern Iowa 9-6 at Evansville, where Bradley will play on Saturday night. And Illinois State 11, Indiana State 9 at 14:05 of the first half over normal. Southern Illinois 62-48 over Creighton last night in Carbondale. Bradley Brace Basketball brought to you by the Unland Companies. Take the hassle out of buying insurance with one call. There in the white and yellow pages, the Unland Companies, where it's about you. And by Methodist. Team up with Methodist for outstanding health care that's centered on you. Methodist is proud to be the official health care provider for Bradley basketball. The numbers, Coach, they look good.
Well, they do, David. I'll tell you, when you're shooting 65% from the field, 11 out of 17, they've only got 5 baskets. They're 5 out of 15. And that couple with 2 assists, goals, 8 turnovers, well, that puts us in pretty good shape where we are right now.
3 steals for Tony Bennett out of the Bradley 5. It'll be inbound right with a new shot clock. We got some updated scores. Illinois State 24-14, 8:15 to go in the first half over a normal. Ahern on the inbounds pass gives to Ballou. Now Cheney, almost had the ball pop out of his hands. Braves in a man-to-man, give to Ahern. 30 on the shot clock, 7 minutes to go in the half. Ballou with it around Somerville. Penetrate and kick for a 3-ball. Cheney corner left. Bounce it away, no good. Rebound is taken down by Ballou, and he's fouled by Ruffin.
Somerville went after that ball and got a piece of it, almost deflected to Bradley.
Northern Iowa 28, Evansville 26, 5 minutes to go in the half. Wichita State 26 and Drake 14 with 7.5 to go in the first half. That on Ruff was his first, team third. Inbound sideline right in front of Pete Van Aken down there in the front row. Pete's going to be going to Florida here in the near future, he and Donna. For a little respite. With it is Ahern, pushes to Ballou. Now it's Laurie with it on the left. Looking at a ball screen and going to help with Somerville. as Lowry gives to Ahern. He hasn't scored yet. 6:35 to play. Shot clock reads 18.
Have been doing a real good job on him.
Cheney all the way down. His layup is up and good as he beat Boogie badly on the left. 23-14, his first deuce. Here's Ruffin across the timeline for Bradley.
Back in the 2-3 zone, they scored this time.
It's Ruffin, Bennett, Lawrence Wright, Somerville, and Patrick O'Brien for Bradley. Wright threw a skip pass to nobody in particular, and Ruff tries to save, and it's picked up by Ahern. He's going to get his first basket as he flips it up off the Bradley turnover, and Franklin will come in. On the next dead ball, down to 7 with 6 to play. 23-16. Little careless there for the Braves.
That's twice against the zone. We've just thrown the ball away.
With it is Ruffin. Free throw line extended to the left. Give to Bennett. Now Somerville. His pull-up jumper for 3. That bounce is no good. That's a little too quick, and the ball's off of Ahern and Ballou out of bounds. Franklin in, and he's going to replace Ruffin, who takes a seat. Ruff had a couple of rough minutes there. So Franklin in, sideline left. It'll be Somerville to inbound. Sellis rushed that last shot just a little bit from three-point range. And Franklin throws the pass to Lawrence Wright. He's going to penetrate, a jump stop, and fires it in. Can't stop that. Lean in 4-footer goes home, his first deuce. 25-16. It's Cheney at the other end. Gives to Ahern. He's going to take it in the lane. Don't foul him. He leaves the pass right to O'Brien. Turnover number 9 for the Bears. Franklin in the front court to Tony Bennett. His three ball right is good. Sing to me, Tony. And it's 28-16. Back to a 12-point lead with 5:15 to play in the half. With it is Lowry. He's got it. Looks at Ahern at a free throw line jumper. That usually goes in. Ahern gets the field goal. When he shoots in the free throw line, anything, whether the clock's running or not, it goes down. 5 minutes to play, 18 points for Missouri State. 28-18, the Bradley lead is 10. Franklin with it between the rings against the zone. They're switching every time down on makes and misses. Franklin with it. Hook passes to Lawrence Wright. Pull-up jumper. Tough shot missed. O'Brien the rebound. Ball fake. Put it up. Missed it. Rebound Somerville. Gets it back. Kicks it back out. Franklin looks left. Comes left. In and out of his hands. A lob. And there's a push by Frazier. And that was a break because that was in and out of his hands. And not going to be a shot. So the Braves got a real break at 4:34 to go in the half. As Frazier picks up his second, he'll come out. 16 foul. But it will be 2 free throws coming up here for Patrick O'Brien. And he'll have only his second and third free throws, and he's got them all. Missed the first one.
Frazier more effective down low for them offensively. It's good to get him out. He'll probably out the rest of the half now.
28-18. Bradley's on about a 38-40 pace for first half here. O'Brien's free throw is missed. He's 0 for 2. Richards in, Frazier out. Frazier looks like a 6'10 Opie Taylor, Coach Stoll.
He does, but he's pretty effective, Dave.
No, I'm just saying that's what he looks like.
Yeah,
he doesn't play like
right.
Opie.
He's got fuzzy hair, but he's a pretty good player.
Free throw's good. O'Brien has 3, 29-18, and Bradley shows pressure. 11-point lead. Here's Ballou. He's trapped by Somerville and Lawrence Wright.
Different kind of trap. Zone trap that time.
Cheney with it across the timeline. Uh-oh, 3 ball by Ahern is good.
Yeah. You can't give him that much time.
29-21. Ahern starting to get a little heat, and there's a hold on Richards away from play. It'll be 1 in bonus for O'Brien. Oh,
they gave it on Patrick, I think.
They gave it on O'Brien. With 4:17 to play, it's a Bradley turnover, his first. And the 8th turnover for the Braves. Team foul number 4. And so the Bears down 8. 3 ball would get him within 5. You have to pick up Ahern in transition or you'll get burned. Because he'll fire it, and he's a great shooter. There's a whip pass by Ballou, or to Ballou at the high post against Somerville. Comes all the way down, beats and missed it. Rebound tip once, twice. Picked up this time, pounced it, no good. Cheney tips it up, no good. This time it's Ballou. Puts it down to be stripped. He's in the lane. Offensive foul. That's a makeup call there. Ballou probably was in the lane 3 seconds. We'll have an official time.
I think that was probably the right call, Dave. It was in the lane.
Fake, 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 because O'Brien was there and Boogie was there and Somerville was there, and he says, I don't want to go there. 29-21. Bradley the lead in the ball when we come back in a minute with 3:52 to play in the half. Possession arrow belongs to the Bears, by the way. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD. 32. All right. Okay. Okay.
That's a Drake, Dave. Wichita Drake.
Wichita. No, it's Drake at Wichita.
Drake at Wichita.
Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, and Jim Watson back at Carver Arena. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Paradise. We're just around the corner from the Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report. It's a Hummer of a year, and Paradise Hotel Casino in January earns entries. You can earn them now through January 27th with slot and table game play for your share of $40,000 and a 2006 H3 Hummer. I can see Watts now driving that Hummer down the street. Receive one free entry just by showing your Prime Rewards card at Paradise.
One free entry, Watts, is all you get, though.
Well, one a day. It's like a multiple vitamin. And by Ford, visit your local Ford dealer, home of the new 2006 Ford Freestyle and 500, built for the home heartland, built for the road ahead. It's great to be back, Coach.
You got him, Dave. Well, they're up to 39%, Dave. Still, they made 9 baskets. Played almost 17 minutes in the first half. They're 4 assists, 10 turnovers. They've got a big edge there. Bradley shooting 59% from the field. We get the ball inside quite a little. They've hit a few shots here lately, and we made a couple careless passes against their zone.
I wonder where my guardian angel, Jeff Doden, is tonight, if he's at the game.
He's a good fella. He sure is a blessing for you over there, Dave.
That's for sure. I probably wouldn't be here without him. Franklin with it across the timeline. With a right-hand dribble, 29-21, 2-3 zone
right.
For Missouri State. Bennett a ball fake, take it to the free throw line and stop. Looks and gives it back to Franklin. Willis played excellently here tonight. Looks right, looks left. Finds Boogie in the middle, stops, kick it back out. Franklin, shot clock reads 13. Penetrate, give Lawrence Wright 13-footer, good from Franklin.
Well, Franklin's penetration helped set that up, and Boogie had an uncontested shot.
He has 4, 31-21, 3:20 to play. Again, the possession arrow belongs. Almost a passing lane jump by Lawrence Wright. Possession arrow belongs to the Bears. There's a handoff, Lowry, all the way down. His drop-down pass is in and out of a hand, and he stepped out of bounds and stepped back in. And the 11th turnover for the Bears.
That's a good defense again around the basket, Dave.
Again, Missouri State averages just a tick under 80 points a game. They've got 21 with 3:10 to play in the first half.
They're showing a little pressure.
Franklin now Bennett, and the Braves are going to attack it at the other end. Nope, now they bring it back. Franklin a ball fake, give to Tony Bennett. Inside, nice pass Somerville, and then he threw it away. He tried to hit O'Brien. It was a good idea, but a non-executed play. 9 turnovers for Bradley. Franklin tried for the steal. Give it to Ahern, who drives the baseline. Got a man in the air. Forced the shot up. Bounced it away. No good. Rebound tip. No good. O'Brien gets the rebound. Kick it back out. Franklin running on 3-on-3. Will spins in the lane. Finds Somerville. 3-ball left corner. That's good.
On every shot that he's had, he's got his feet on it real well, Dave.
34-21.
He shoots the shots on balance. He's a very good shooter. He's got 10.
And the Bradley lead is 13 with 2.5 to play. 11 points for Somerville with that 3. There's a 5 count out front with Franklin and Lawrence Wright.
Well, I'll tell you,
turned him over.
I'll tell you what helped set that up was real good denial that time by Tony Bennett on Ahern. Dave, he wouldn't let him get the ball, and that helped force his 5-second count.
12th turnover, and Barry Hinson is doing a Rumpelstiltskin down there. I can't believe that.
I think Barry was glad to get out of town, though, Dave, after that last game at home.
Well, I'll tell you, I talked to Art Haynes yesterday, and he says, you know, this year we have a post-game talk show. He said we had line trouble after the Wichita game. They blew a 14-point lead in the second half. He said it probably was a good thing. Bennett looks inside at O'Brien, posting inside Somerville. Look for the drop-down pass. Kick it back out, Bennett. Tough pass, 20 on the shot clock. Cross-court pass, Lawrence Wright. Will Franklin, inside out. 3-ball, Bennett looks good. Bounces short. Somerville gets it. Gives it to Bennett in the lane. Hooked it with a left hand up and in.
Good pass that time from Somerville. That's 7 for Bennett.
7 for Bennett, 36-21. Biggest Bradley lead with 1:50 to play. And with it is Lowry. Three are coming in for the Bears with 1:45 to go in the next dead ball if there is one. With it is Ahern. Get a ball screen from Easley. Look out. There's his shot. It's going to be up and in and out. Rebound off two hands and an over the top on Somerville, I think, called by Tim Hutchinson. Other scores, 6 minutes to go in a half. Illinois State 26, Indiana State 16. 12-point lead with 4:40 to play in the first. Wichita 32, Drake 20. And Northern Iowa 32, Evansville at Evansville 29 with 2 minutes to go in the half. Foul was on Somerville is second. Sellis goes to the bench. He had a marvelous first half, and Zach Andrews is in for him. Inbound right on the baseline, and Deke Thompson is in. It's Thompson, Ahern, Sky Frazier, Easley, and they have Lamberth back in. Everybody tuck in their shirts. That's the official call there. A down screen and move Ahern to the wing on the right. O'Brien comes out to help. Ahern loses a minute. Cheney three ball left corner missed. Rebound taken down by O'Brien. Turns and gives to Franklin with 2.5 or a minute and a half to go. Bennett pull up jumper from 16. Bounce it no good. Zach Andrews tips no good. Frazier the rebound. Gives it to Thompson. Whips it in the front court. Ahern stops. Almost double dribble. Lay it up with the left hand good. Pretty good play by Blake Ahern there.
He's a pretty fair passer for a good scorer as he is.
Here's at the other end, Zach Andrews, inside out. Bennett on the left wing. Want to play a two-man game now. Franklin with 1:02, 1:01. 1 minute to play as Bennett gets a ball that's deflected. Back to Franklin. 36-23 is the Bradley 13-point lead. Drop down pass to O'Brien. Kaboom!
Nice pass
from Franklin, or from
Zach
Andrews. And a three-point opportunity for the Braves as OB gets the slam dunk. He's got 5. And 38-23, 15-point Bradley lead.
Number 2, Dale Lamberth. First
Lamberth picked it up. His first. Team foul 8. And O'Brien to the line for the trifecta opportunity here. He's 1 of 3. And in comes Brandon Heemskirk into the lineup, probably for O'Brien, if he makes the free throw.
Yeah, you'd think so.
He did, and here he comes, the senior from Grand Rapids Christian. So O'Brien gets a three-point play, 39-23.
1-2-1-1 full court press by Bradley.
You know, the Heemskirks listen in Michigan. Wonder if they're listening tonight. Here's a pass to Ahern. They have a 3-on-2 break. He takes the middle, gives to Sky Frazier. Inside shot is missed. Yes, the Heemskirk was there to influence the shot. Oh, and then it's thrown away by Franklin as he tried to get a pass away, a turnover, and Ahern's in the lane. They jump at him twice, drop down the pass, probably was fouled, and a rebound shot is up and good. And time.
The basket, timeout, Bears.
Kellen Easley gets the field goal. That's too bad because the Braves could have used a timeout there and got the last shot of the half. Instead, with 32 left, they'll have the last timeout. Lowry comes in.
He's another player coming off the bench. He's a good player, Dave. And you know, we got off. We're playing real well here. I'll tell you, it's going to be a tough game when we get down there. It's not going to be anything like this. But we're playing very well at both ends of the floor.
The Bear Hairs. Yeah, they get. That's a fun place to go. Yeah, we got 25 coming in. Looks like they got a name change on us. So we'll check him out. Check him out, Watts. Nope. He's just sitting down. I was going to say,
they don't have down even the first 10.
I think he's just modeling the uniform. 32.4. It's Andrews, Heemskirk, Franklin, Lawrence Wright, and Bennett for Bradley.
They're showing a little pressure.
Half a minute to go in the 14-point Bradley lead. Give it to Bennett. Biggest lead was 16. That was a moment ago. 24-23.
Back into the 2-3.
And the Braves will just milk the clock here as Franklin has it out near the timeline with 18 now, 17 seconds to go in the half. 2-3 zone is there. See how the Braves attack it.
Might look to go high-low, break somebody high, and look low underneath.
Heemskirk at a 1-4. Now Zach Andrews will come up and set a ball screen with 6 for Franklin with 5. And then a crossover dribble with 4. Rebound is taken away. And it's a possession turnover.
Well, that may be a break for us, Dave. With only 1.5 seconds to go, we'll get possession start the second half, unless they're able to throw a quick pass and get it in.
Speaking of that, Ahern comes in. 1.5 to go. It was a held ball, so Bradley will get the possession to start the second half. 1.5 to go, and Deke Thompson will inbound sideline right. And with a second and a half to go. And gives to Sky Frazier. His pull-up jumper at the horn bounces away, no good. And so, indeed, the Braves will have possession to open the second half as they lead 39-25. A team that scores 80 a game, 79 and a half, gets 25 in the first half, shooting 36% on 11 of 31. The Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report comes your way next. It's Bradley 39, Missouri State 25. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
And that's the end of the half. Score 14.
Okay.
This season, don't miss a thing from your sports or your beer.
And we're back for the second
Grab a
half.
Miller Lite with more taste than Bud Light and half the carbs.
Okay.
Miller, good call.
Okay. Thanks, Courtney.
They're from Australia. Please welcome the Astons.
Is this yours, Coach?
No, I got one down
Okay.
here, Dave.
All right. Good. Real good. Thank you. Welcome back to Carver Arena, everybody, and this is the Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report. We told you about that Hummer. It's a Hummer of the Year at Paradise Hotel Casino in January. Earn entries now through January 27th with slot table game play for your share of $40,000 and a 2006 H3 Hummer. Receive one free entry by just showing your Prime Rewards card at Paradise Hotel Casino. Bradley 39, Missouri State 25. The news is all good, Coach.
Yeah, it really is, Dave. On Marcelo Somerville, I don't think took a bad shot, Dave. He gets his feet under him, playing very well. Marcelo's 5 baskets, lead Bradley scoring the first half for 10 points. Patrick O'Brien had 2 baskets, shot all of her free throws. He was 2 out of 4 from the free throw line for his 6 points. Tony Bennett had 3 baskets, one of those was 3 for 7. Daniel Ruffin on one of his better passes, threw it right in the basket for 3 points. 3 points for Daniel from 3-point range in the first half. Lawrence Wright had 2 baskets for 4. Zach Andrews with 2 baskets for 4. Will Frankel with 2 baskets for 4. And Bradley 2 out of 4 from the free throw line. A lot of 4s, including a 14-point lead at halftime against a pretty good ball club.
Balance. Very good balance again. And for the Bears?
And for the Bears.
Won't take long.
Bill Yu was 1 out of 3, Dave. He had 3 offensive rebounds, only 2 points. Drew Richards, he didn't score. Tyler Chaney had been in a scoring slump, and of course we haven't helped him out there tonight. He's 1 out of 6 from the field for his 2 points. Blake Ahern goes 4 out of 9 from the field. One of those is a 3. He leads them in scoring with 9. And actually, we were doing a good job of shutting down the passing lanes on his. He earned the 9 points that he got. Shane Laurie had a basket, 2 out of 2 from the line for 4. Kellen Eastley had a basket for 2. And Sky Frazier in 12 minutes of playing time. He's one of the more effective players down low. He was 3 out of 5 from the field for his 6 points. They were 11 out of 32 from the field, which is only 34%. 1 out of 8 from 3-point range, which is 12%. And I'll tell you, you only shoot 2 free throws. Bradley doing a good job of keeping them off the free throw line. They're 2 out of 2. You don't mind them shooting 1,000%. They're only going to go to the line twice, Dave.
Quick game tonight. Only 6 free throws shot in the game?
Well, yeah, not many fouls being called, not many timeouts, and makes the game go a lot faster when they're at the free throw line all the time.
Points in the paint, Bradley 20-16 off turnovers, 17-8 Braves. Second chance points, 7-4 Bradley. Fast break points, Bears 9-7. Bench points, 14-12 Bradley.
And the only, I think, probably the only negative, Dave, we had 12 assists, but 11 turnovers, and some of those were a little bit careless passes against their zone, and I think that's probably one thing Coach Les will address. But overall, I thought real good team defense, good individual defense helped set it up. And, they make 11 baskets in the first half, and you hold them one 3-point shot when they are good 3-point shooting and keep them off the free throw line. That's a good job.
We'll see how we're doing on our keys. Ruffin and Bennett against Ahern and Thompson. I don't remember Thompson scoring, did he?
Yeah, I don't think he did.
He had as many as you and
0
I.
for 3.
And so we got 9, right? How many
Right.
Tony have?
Tony had 7.
Okay, so the winning first half was the 3 that Ruffin threw in.
It makes it 10-9.
Sellis 15 points. He's already got 11. And outscored their bench, and I mentioned that was 14-12. Under 43% from the field. They're 34. Ahern and Cheney less than 25. Tyler Cheney had 2, so that's 11. And over 16 turnovers. In the first half, they had 12. So it's right on cue as the Braves lead it 39-25 at the half. You got to put 2 good halves together here. And that's 2 bad halves in a row for the Bears. And this one was caused by very, very good Bradley defense.
Oh, that's right. They are capable of playing well, but our defense had a lot to do with them playing poorly that first half.
Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report on WMBD Peoria, Illinois, 8 o'clock. The other scores we have with 2:15 to play in the first half at Carver Arena. Shockers are going to tie for first place and stay in a first place tie with Southern, it looks like. They lead 37-21 over Drake. Northern Iowa 32-30 over Evansville at halftime. That's at Roberts Stadium, where we'll be on Saturday night. And at Redbird Arena, 37-21, Illinois State over Indiana State. And that's a halftime score as well last night. Southern 62 and Creighton 48. We'll take our 5-minute break and be back. Bradley will have possession to open the second half and a lead of 39-25 over Missouri State. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
Is true for Franklin the time he played well. Dave, Courtney wants you.
Yep.
There,
yeah. Give it. Yeah, I need it. Yeah. Go ahead, Courtney. Uh-huh. Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. We're about 4 minutes away from the start of the second half, and Bradley will have possession. We welcome you back to the Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report. Bradley with a 39-25 lead over Missouri State. Both teams still in the locker room yet, so getting some extra instruction before the beginning of the second half. Coach, you mentioned it, Will Franklin and his numbers. And the team really operates very, very well when he's at the point or on the two guard.
Will's getting a lot more confidence. He's getting a little more playing time. He had that one, a huge game for us at the same time that Daniel Ruffin did, and they played so well together. And tonight, Will's 2 out of 3 from the field. He's got 3 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals. He only played 11 minutes and just playing a real solid game. Tony Bennett, I think, is one of the leaders I know in steals in the league. He's got 4 already here tonight to go with 3 assists and 1 turnover. And you force them into 12 turnovers and 11 out of 32 from the field, well, you're going to have a good lead at halftime, and that's what we got here tonight. They're a better team than that, Dave. They may or may not show it in the second half, but you can rest assured they're going to show it when we get on there in about 2 weeks.
Bradley's biggest lead was 16 in the first half. And Missouri State never led. The Braves led it 4-0, then it was 2-2, then 4-2, 6-2. They had him doubled. They had him doubled again. So it's been all Bradley. In the second half, they'll move from right to left. The Bears just now getting onto the floor.
And they wasted that,
last possession.
That 1.6 they had tied up a jump ball, so that cost the possession to start of the second half, which, could give them a little momentum. So that even turned out to our favor.
Bradley and Evansville comes your way on Saturday night from Roberts Stadium in Evansville. Will this be the year we beat the Jinx in the third floor?
I would bet on it, Dave. I would think so. Their player, they got the good player back, the 6'8" kid, was it Webster?
Webster that got hurt here.
That got hurt here. He's a good player. But we play up to our potential, and the way we're playing here lately, this year is going to end.
We got 20 minutes to go here. That's our Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report. We'll be back with frame number 2, the second 20 minutes when we come back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
Hello, Charlie. How come you never won one of those damn things tonight?
Yeah, Chuck Westendorf's coming up here, and he says he's going to keep his distance just in case gets sick again. 39-25 is the halftime score. The Bears have they'll be on defense, and we'll see Ahern and Cheney and Deke probably the same starting 5. Richards is out there along with Nate Ballou, who wasn't much of a factor in the first half. And Bradley, I see Zach Andrews out there, and J.J. Twy with Somerville, Ruffin, and probably Tony Bennett to start for the Braves.
Kind of nice to have something like Pat Roby and Thor and Will, and the guys we got coming in off the bench. They're a pickup sometimes instead of a letdown, Dave.
That's what you have depth for, and Jim has certainly developed that with this Bradley team. So Mike Sanzier will hand the basketball to probably Ruffin. And J.J. Twy will inbound. Twy Ruffin, Zach Andrews, Somerville, and Tony Bennett for the Braves, leading 39-25. And here we go with a second 20. Ruffin with it.
Just a man-to-man to start.
Against Ahern. Across the timeline he comes. Looks at Somerville. See what Jim drew up to open the second half. Ruffin with it. Brings it up high right. Andrews look for a high-low. Look for the drop-down pass. Takes a dribble. Go to the free throw line, and now is trying to figure out where he wants to go. 15-14 on the shot clock, so they reload. Ruffin backs up, gets a ball screen. Ruff all the way down. Threw it away. Yeah. Right to Joe Napoli on 2 hops.
Got hung on the drive. Wasn't anybody to throw to that time.
Joe makes a nice little backhand scoop.
And Zach goes out there to screen, and they just let him go after that because they know he's got to go shoot it out there.
Well, he was thinking about it, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, but he thought better.
Because he likes to be on the floor. Thompson, Ballou. So the Braves fail on their first trip. Ooh, a passing lane almost cut down as J.J. Twy ran into a screener. He'd have had a pick. Here's a nice post
defense
job
in front of the
by
post
Somerville, who gets a steal. 13th turnover. Twy, lay it up. Get it! Fouled! How did J.J. make it? Took it to the left hand, to the right hand, laid it up and was fouled, and a trifecta comes your way from the Verona, Missouri co-captain, number 10. J.J. can't believe that he made that shot. And this is TV'd back to Springfield, so I bet that his family there got a big kick out of that. That was a tough shot to make.
Well, and you know, J.J. hadn't shot the ball much, Dave. It's good to see him rewarded there, and he's passed the ball well. He played good defense. He got a different mindset, I think, this year.
Yes, he does. He only has 1 free throw attempted and made this year.
Foul on number 4, Drew Richards.
Drew Richards picked up the foul. His 3rd foul. First team on Missouri State. Bradley 41-25. Matches their biggest lead of 16. And if J.J. gets his 2nd free throw of the season down, it's the 17-point lead.
Well, that 3rd foul just brought in Sky Frazier, and he's a much better really player than Richard anyhow.
Braves show pressure. The count is 3. The count is 3.5. And Deke gets the inbounds, and Ahern hit the floor very hard and is slow getting up and now trots into the front court. Played a minute. Second half, 42-25, Bradley by 17. With it is Cheney. Free throw line extended to the left. Passing lane cut down by Somerville, who made a nice defensive play the last trip down. With it is Deke Thompson. Looks to get a ball screen. Tries to beat Ruff. Did a half a step. Pull up jumper. Bounce it. No good. Weak side rebound. Taken down Tony Bennett. Tony on the scoot. Has on the right. J.J. lay it up and get it in. From Bennett, he's got 5.
Good timing on the pass that time from Bennett as well.
It's a 19-point lead, 44-25. Ahern off a screen all the way down. He's gonna had a layup, and they took it away because a timeout was called by Missouri State.
The things are going bad for him, Dave. Nice little drive that time.
He beat him high-low, Coach, and they called a timeout as he was on his way down. Well, this is going to be a full, and we'll take a minute break. 18-27 for the game. Bradley 44, Missouri State 25. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD. More of the same, huh? More of the same like the other night, second half. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by our new sponsor, Candy Kitchen and Creamery. The Candy Kitchen and Creamery in Pekin on Court Street is made in heaven. Handmade chocolates, fudge, ice cream, and desserts. All the sweets you desire, all the sweets you can eat. Call 346-CHOC, CHOC. And Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Rainer Door of Peoria. Rainer Door, built to be worry-free. Call 579-2500 today. Coach Barry had to call a timeout and stopped his own fast break layup.
He has 3 assists, Dave, to go with 1 steal in 9 minutes of playing time.
Waiting for TV. This will be inbound right by Cheney. On the baseline on the E and the S. Give to Deke Thompson. Go to the free throw line and stop. Looks right, comes right. Ooh, Nathan Ballou beats Somerville, and a foul on Zach Andrews as he has to cover up at 18-21. Andrews, as Somerville was beaten defensively that time by Ballou. And so this will be free throw time. Second foul on Zach. And the first team foul on the Braves. Ballou to the line. How is Nathan Ballou? 65%. Sits everybody down with his first make. 6-26. So they finally got that 26 point. 44-26. 18-21. Second free throw is good. Back down to a 17-point lead. Ruffin looks at pressure.
3/4 zone press here. 1-2-2.
Bennett. Cross-court pass, J.J. Twy, who's got a few points here in the second half.
Falling back into 2-3 zone.
Ruffin with it, directing traffic. Tells Tony Bennett to go to the baseline. Gives to Twy. J.J. looks inside. Gives to Somerville. Inside out to Bennett. Look for a return pass. Tony gives a post pass is knocked away by Sky Frazier out of bounds with 14 on the shot clock. 17:59 to play, and Bradley's lead is 44-27 over Missouri State. Now who's going to inbound this?
They're man-to-man inbound, surprisingly.
Twy looks. The count is 2. Gives to Ruffin. Daniel penetrates and cuts the lane. Stops 20 feet away. Give to Twy. JJ going to drive. Nice drop down pass, Zach Andrews. Kaboom! As Zach from Twy.
Assist for Twy.
JJ, an outstanding pass. 6 points for Andrews. Here's Blake Ahern the other end. He's got another layup. And the feed pass is knocked away out of bounds by Andrews off of Ahern. A turnover. Their 14th. And it's 46-27 with 17:38 to go. As the Braves continue to turn up the defensive pressure. Ruffin with it. Now it's J.J. Twy. Pass to Andrews. He's penetrating kick. A ball fake by Bennett. Drop down pass. Tony's fouled on the way in on a drop down pass. It was not on a shot. 17-24. Second team foul. Frazier picked that one up. His first. No, Sky Frazier picked it up. That's his third. Thompson is out.
Now they're in a situation now, they might as well play Frazier. He got 3 fouls. They can't make up 19 points with him on the bench.
Ruffin looks in the count of 2. Gives it to Tony Bennett on the right. Get a ball screen from Somerville. Bennett with the left hand. Gives it to Twy on the left wing. Andrews, now Ruffin. Post pass, nice knock away that time. Good post defense away from the ball by Lowry. 13th turnover for Bradley. Here's Cheney, baseline drive. In between 2, short shot missed but fouled. That was a nice drive on the baseline.
That was a good drive by Cheney.
And Shane Lowry made a nice play on the defensive end.
50-50 winners are on top of the message board if you have the money.
Somerville set a pretty good post that time. We just didn't give him the ball in the right situation, and it made a good defensive play, as you called it.
Second team foul, and so it will be Tyler Cheney to the line. He's 67%. He's got 2. 3. As he makes the first. 46 Bradley. 27 Missouri State. 17:08 to play for the game.
They played 3 minutes without a basket so far in this half, Southwest.
One more for number 3. That's missed. Rebounds long. Twy from the 3 spot. And give it to Ruffin across the timeline. Tony Bennett on the drive. Pull up 10-footer is blocked. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Braves. 27 on the shot clock. Kellen Easley will come in. He's from Joliet.
He's a good player. I think he's a very good player.
Watts and I drove by Joliet Township one day when we were looking for a smorgasbord. With it, Twy. Remember that, Watts? There's a bounce pass, Zach Andrews. Look for the drop down. Watches a man go, and then he walks. Boy, Zach should not have the ball very long.
Well, see, he's out there a little past the free throw line, Dave, and trying to get his way to the basket. He's much more effective on the block, as you know.
14th turnover for Bradley. 16:53, 46-28. Cheney to inbound if he can find somebody. And now Ahern And J.J. Twy's on him. Boy, J.J. has done a terrific job when he has guarded him. O'Brien will come in the next ball.
Zach will guard somebody down there,
Here's a steal by Bennett, and nearly took Mike Sanzier into the seats.
It would have been a steal, maybe a breakaway, but the official wasn't in the way.
And Mike Sanzier got hit right in the breadbasket, needs a standing 8 count. Tony Bennett really clubbed him. And he goes over and says, "Are you okay?"
And he said, "Well, I've been better."
Mike Sanzier needed a standing 8 count. Tony Bennett went for the steal, and Sanzier was the only thing between he and a dunk. Cheney to inbound. The count is 2. The count is 3, and a lob pass, and Ruffin was right there on Lowry. 16:40 to play for the game. Bradley's lead is 18. Lowry with it. Bounce pass is to Easley in the high post. Look and give to Lowry up by right. Ooh, Ahern was peekabooing. He's running off 3 screens. And here's a pull-up jumper. Cheney for 3. Bounce it away. No good. O'Brien the rebound. The Braves played excellent attention today in the shoot-around because that was the play that they ran. Here's a cross-court pass. Twy. Inside Somerville is fouled. Watson and I went to the shoot-around today, and they walked that play where they ran from the wing, Ahern, off 2 screens and curled up top, and J.J. fought through every one of those screens. 46-28. Foul was called on Easley. His first. Here's O'Brien. Give to Somerville. Look and give to Twy in a corner on the left. Now brings it to the wing. J.J. pulls up his dribble, gives to Somerville. He's going to attack easily. Pull-up jumper is up and in and out. To rebound, Tony Bennett tips it out of bounds at 16:02. That's why we go to those shoot-arounds, to watch tendencies. They watch so much film. And Lennox Forster ran through today that play in the shoot-around, and that's exactly what they ran for Ahern there. And Twy fought through the screen. But they wanted to try to get him an open shot. Just a little thing sometime. Inbounds passes to Ahern, almost knocked away by Twy. Ahern comes down, free throw line, jumper is short, air ball, taken down by O'Brien, right back to Ahern, whose layup is missed but fouled. And nope, they call a goaltend. And here's your official time, 15:54 to play for the game. Bradley's lead is 16. Bradley 46, Missouri State 30. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball at 1470 WMBD. Little Braves race, Coach. Courtney, got any updates? 53-36 with how? Okay.
53?
Yeah, that game's over. Okay. That game's over. Okay. And that game's over.
21, Dave, to...
Yeah.
Man.
To 6. So we'll be tied for 5th. Well, none of the Valley games are close now. Wichita 43-26 over Drake, 16-36. Northern Iowa's opened up a 53-36 lead over Evansville with 10.5 to play. And Illinois State 20 up over Indiana State with 15:43 to play, 45-25. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Avanti's. If you have a son or daughter between 8 and 12, register them to be an honorary ball boy or ball girl at any of the 3 Avanti's locations. Winners will be notified and announced prior to each home game. And by the Greater Peoria Airport. You know you always park free at the Greater Peoria Airport when you fly over 250 destinations worldwide. Check www.flypia.com or see your travel agent. How are we shooting it, Coach?
We're pretty good, Dave. We're 20 out of 33 from the field. Only taking 6 threes, or 3 out of 6 from three-point range. They're 1 out of 9. A pretty good three-point shooting team, but they've been under pressure on most of their outside shots.
20-19 on the rebounds. And 15:54 to play for the game. Bradley's led by Somerville with 11 still. Twy is out. And Lawrence Wright is in.
They're going to show a little three-quarter trap here, it looks like, Dave.
And Ruffin in the back court with 15:50 to play.
They're going to have a hard time trapping us. They're falling back 2-3 zone again. Not a very good one.
Will Franklin will come back in the next dead ball. O'Brien, Somerville. Looks inside, gives to Ruffin. Between the rings now, brings it to the right. Bennett looks at Somerville. He's behind the basket, as he oft-times is there on the baseline left or right. Here's a pass to O'Brien. Look for the drop-down pass, and he walks. Too many turnovers tonight. That's 15.
Yeah, too many unforced turnovers, Dave.
Franklin in for Ruffin at 15-29.
Surprisingly, he's coming against his own. They're not really putting the pressure on you in that.
Count is 2. And the inbounds pass is taken by Lamberth, who's back in the game. Dale Lamberth, the sophomore from Oklahoma City, 6'5".
Good shooter.
Hasn't been much of a factor here tonight. Running off a couple of screens, there's Ahern, and Bennett's got him now. Look for a ball screen from Easley. Then coming out to help was O'Brien.
Nice pass.
And a give and go is Richards. His shot is blocked from behind by O'Brien, who picked up the foul.
And that was Ahern made the pass, Dave, and we double up on him. He's a better passer now. He used to look for the shot all the time. He still does, but he can pass the ball a little too.
Second foul on O'Brien. Free throw time for Drew Richards. He is 48%, 15 of 31, so get ready on the second one. Hasn't scored tonight. He averages 3.9.
Yeah, he's starting.
Oh, he banks it in.
He banked that in. He's starting center, but he's not a very good offensive player at all.
And speaking of that, Heritage Bank of Central Illinois is proud to support Bradley basketball in the communities they serve. Heritage Bank professionals gladly give their time and talent to many local organizations. He tried to bank that one and miss, and they tip out. And a three by Ahern is up and in and out. Rebound is spiked off two hands, and O'Brien picks that one up. Those were two of the ugliest free throws you'd see in a while, but he got one of two.
We've seen some of it.
Yeah, we have. Bennett give to Franklin. 46-31 the Bradley lead. 53 to play for the ball game. They double O'Brien. How's he going to pass out of it? He doesn't. He shoots it in and fouled.
Nice little about 10-foot jump shot there along the baseline for Patrick that time.
Well, they doubled him, and he looked to pass out of it. Instead, he threw it in and goes to the line for a trifecta. He has 8. Sky Frazier will come in. 48-31, and Barry Hinson's not having a whole lot of fun. Richards is out. And O'Brien to the line. 14:48 to play. Bradley 48, Missouri State 31. They want to check the foul.
Fouls on Drew Richards.
And it was on Richards.
4 fouls, 4 on Richards.
That's 4 on Richards.
He's not a very effective player for him anyhow.
Well, this game should be over, shouldn't it?
Yep.
Doesn't look like there's any comeback of this.
Well, they're a good team, good personnel, but so are we.
O'Brien's free throw is good. He's 3 of 5 from the line. Back to an 18-point lead, 49-31. And here comes Lowry. Count is 4.
Good defense.
Count is 5, almost taken away. They barely got it in bounds, and here comes Ahern diagonally, left to right, or right to left across the timeline. Give to Sky Frazier, now it's Lowry. Man-to-man. Boogie in the lane, tries to stop it. Shot is up and good. Nice move by the freshman, Shane Lowry. He's got 6, 49-33, 16-point Bradley lead at 14-27. Will Franklin up high left, looks at Lawrence Wright on a lob, wasn't there.
16 down, still staying in his zone.
Franklin a ball fake, skip pass is Somerville. Now it's Bennett, look to penetrate, give it to Franklin. High post pass on an up down, come on! Lawrence Wright.
There's that high-low. Lawrence got
to
the weak side.
And another slam dunk, 51-33, back to 18-11 for O'Brien. Here's a 3-ball labyrinth that's good at the other end. 51-36. Lamberth hits his first 3-ball.
He's 53% from there, Dave. He's very good from there.
Somerville Bennett. Free throw line extended to the left. Now to the right is Will Franklin. Look at Somerville in the corner left is Bennett. Penetrate, pull up 10-footer. That's missed. Rebound is knocked out of bounds by Easley. The Braves have a new shot clock at 13:42. J.J. Twy in, and Tony Bennett is out at 13:42 in the Bradley lead over Missouri State, 51-36. And it will be Somerville to inbound on the baseline left. Lob to O'Brien, in and out of his hands, get it back. Now at the free throw line, he puts it up and in and out. Rebound taken down just inside the free throw line by Lowry, who's on the drive in the front court. Go to the free throw line extended right and hands off to Ahern. And J.J. Twy fought through 1 screen, 2 screens. Now they're chasing him all the way down Ahern, and he's fouled by Somerville, and you can ring these up.
He's looking to drive a little on it, Dave. He's just a good ball player. He's passing better. We've done a real good job on him here tonight.
Ahern to the line. He's 94%. He's
43 in a row, Dave, in the conference.
He just doesn't miss. 62 of 66 on the season. If he misses one of these two, he throws good. He doesn't even hit the net.
No, it looks like he'll never miss. Now, he'll probably miss the next round, but he is a great shooter.
Somerville out. He picked up the foul, by the way, his third. And Zach Andrews is in. Nathan Ballou was going to come in, and now he's being yo-yoed back. Now he will come in. So they got 6 on the floor. Easley comes out. He's not thrilled about it. 51 to 37, likely 38 as Ahern go to the line again. 44 in a row. 45. And I mean, he doesn't hit the net.
He's got 13.
51 to 38.
Hard-earned 13.
Yeah, for sure. Twy with it on the left against the zone. Jump passes to Franklin up top. Looks at Zach Andrews at the high post. Zach better get out of the lane. He finally did. Twy bounce pass to Lawrence right on the baseline. Tried to dunk it, missed it. Saved by Franklin into Lowry running in the front court against J.J. Twy. Penetrating kick for a 3-ball right is up. Ahern missed it. Rebound pulled down and laid up by Ballou. And now it's an 11-point game, and Jim West wants time as Missouri State cuts it to 11.
Good timeout again for Jim.
Don't want this thing getting much closer. And he uses a 30-second timeout. It's the closest Missouri State's been in a while, 51 to 40. How about Ahern, coach? He was inside the arc. He moved back behind the arc. Probably cost him the shot.
Well, and just missed the shot, Dave. You don't want to give him that kind of shot with nobody on him, certainly. They got in the back of the ball game with free throws. They made 6 there in the second half, as well as that 3 by Lambert.
8 of 10 for the game.
Right.
Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by the Country Insurance and Financial Agents of the game. And tonight they're Pete Schenck in Peoria, Jack Pallardy, and Ron Thomas in Bartonville. And Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. The next 1470 WMBD tailgate party is a week from tonight. 7 o'clock they'll end, of course. That's game time, 4:30 to 7. In East Peoria before the Illinois State game. You can register to a trip to the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament in St. Louis. Franklin, Andrews, Twy, Bennett, and O'Brien for Bradley. Lead is down to 11. Here's a shot missed inside by Zach Andrews, and a putback is good by O'Brien. He's fouled by Nathan Ballou. Zach went up strong, missed the shot, rebounded in, and a foul as O'Brien will go to the line for another three-point play. He has his number 13. Ballou picked up the foul, his third, 5th team. Here comes Easley in after this well, he'll come in now, and he'll probably get Ballou. Yep. So Patrick will try to get number 14. His career high was 20. He's had it 3 times. Twice against Northern Iowa and against Illinois State. Free throw is up and good. He's 4 of 6 on the line. Back to a 14-point Bradley lead, 54 to 40.
Made his last 4.
And here comes Lowry. Pretty good-looking freshman across the timeline. That Mullins is sure good with Southern Illinois. With it is Ahern. He's got it up high right. Bring it to the wing against Twy. Post passes to Frazier. And O'Brien's on him. Good help inside by Bennett to help. But a foul's going to be called on O'Brien. His third.
And see, that's what Frazier can do. He backs you in there. You don't look very good, but he's a pretty effective player, really.
So a chance to get within 2 again as they're not making many field goals, but they are going to the line. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois. 6 points for Sky Frazier. He had 19 here last year. Free throw is bounced off, no good. One more for 41.
He's 76% on the season. He's not a bad free throw rate.
Augusta, Missouri. One more. The maroon-clad 41 fires that one and got it. So 1 of 2, 54 to 41. Bradley's lead is 13 at 12:20 to play for the game. With it, J.J. Twy against the zone. Now to Franklin. Will looks right. Looks at Bennett in the corner and gives it to him. Now to Franklin up top. Looks to plug the gap. Want to get a ball screen. Nope, it's Twy on the left. J.J. gives to Franklin. Oh, he walked. Turned it over at 12:04. No question, 16 turnovers.
Those mistakes we shouldn't be making against the zone because we're just creating those ourselves.
So we'll have an official time on the next dead ball, 12:04 to play. 3 ball gets it to a 10-point lead.
J.J. Twy really fighting Ahern now on the inbounds.
Count is 3, the count is 4, and they did to Ahern. As they inbounded sideline left, far sideline. Ahern with it. Looks at Lowry on the right. Now to the left. Bounce pass to the high post. They pass off, cut off of it, but Ahern gets it up top. Now up top, just to the left, a straightaway Lowry's 3 ball. That's good. It's a 10-point game. 54-44. They've cut 10 off the lead. With it is Franklin. Now Bennett. Tony in now. Franklin, J.J. Twy. Franklin up front. Twy on the left wing. Looks at Franklin, gives it to him on the right. Looks to penetrate the gap. 11:25 to play. Twy. Bennett drives the baseline. Tony is 2-time. Twy. Anders in the lane. Inside out Franklin. Shot clock reads 10. Now 9. J.J. with 8. Now with 7. Now with 6. J.J. with 5. Sanders with 4. Pull-up jumper, too hard. Rebound O'Brien. Put it back up and bounced it no good, but foul. They'll go to the line for 2. When we come back in a minute, 11:05 to play in the game. Southwest trailed by 20. They're now only 10 down, 54-44. Sky Frazier picked up his 4th on that particular play. Back in a minute with 2 free throws for O'Brien. He tries out for number 15 and 16 on the night. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
The teams are Phi Kappa Tau, raising money for the Hold the Wall Foundation, and Delta Upsilon racing for St. Jude. Our surfers are from Sigma Kappa, and they're raising money on behalf of the Alzheimer's Association.
Did you give him that information? Did you give him that information?
Yep.
What's
Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Methodist. Team up with Methodist for outstanding health care that's centered on you. Methodist is proud to be the official health care provider for Bradley Braves basketball. And by Avanti's, if you have a son or daughter between 8 and 12, register them to be an honorary ball boy or ball girl at any of the 3 Avanti's locations. Winners will be notified and announced prior to each home game. The Braves are still way over 50% for the game.
We got Daniel Ruffin back in the ball game now too, Dave.
Halfway through the second half, Illinois State 52, Indiana State 35. Wichita 8:20 to go in the game. 57 Shockers, 35 Drake. Northern Iowa 54-47, so they've cut into the lead, Evansville has, with 5 minutes to go. Here Bradley's lead is 10, 54-44 over the Bears. Our magic number tonight was 71.
That's good to see Patrick get the free throw line, Dave. This is going to be shooting 7 and 8. You'd like to get up there where he's shooting 8 to 12 free throws every ball game. It's kind of hard, you know, when with the substitution you got, he's not getting that much playing time. But you'd like to see him get that free throw line like he's doing tonight.
2 free throws for Patrick O'Brien.
They have Lamberth back in the game. Lamberth and or they have Frazier and Easley in the spots 1. In the 1 spots, right and left. Frazier's playing with 4 fouls. 14 points for O'Brien. He's 4 of 6 from the line and short on the first. So trying to make an 11-point lead. 1 more for number 13. Gets the ball from Tim Hutchinson. And dribbles once. Deep knee bend and made that one. He's got 15. 55-44.
Bradley's taking the press off. Falling back to 1-2-2 zone.
Of their own. With J.J. on the front. Then it flattens out to a 3-2. Ahern with it. Now Lowry. Under 11 minutes to play. Easley Ahern. 3 ball right is good.
Can't give him that much room.
And now it's a 55-47 8-point lead. O'Brien gives to Franklin. Ruffin, Somerville, and Wright will come in on the next dead ball. The lead is down to 8. Zach Andrews inside out this to Franklin. Give to Bennett. Now to O'Brien. They two-time him. Give it to Franklin. Now Twy inside Andrews. He's three-time. Go to the basket. Inside out and walk. And Somerville comes in. Wright and Ruffin. Is that 20 yet, Watts? Nope. 17. But we're getting close. So the Bears are a 3-ball away from making this a 5-point game. You better watch old Ahern, because he can score them in a hurry. Well, the Bears had 2 bad halves, that second half at home against Wichita and the first one here, but they've picked it up here a little in the second half. And Lowry, a baseball pass to Easley at the other end against O'Brien. His reverse layup is missed, but a follow-up is good by Frazier. So they baseball pass it. It's a 6-point game, 55-49. And the little general is fighting him on to the other end. Give it to Bennett, still in that zone. Now to Ruffin, looks at Somerville, and now gives to Bennett on the right wing. Inside pass, O'Brien, kaboom! Throws it down.
They gambled and missed on the inside pat.
He's got 17. 57-49, back to an 8-point game. Ball knocked out away on a baseline drive. Out of bounds, it'll go to. Crowd doesn't like it. They're going to reverse this? Nope. Mike Sanzier's going to hold the call. He's going to give it to Easley and the Bears. Or make it Lowry. Who's going to inbound it? Lowry will. 57 Bradley, 49 Missouri State, 9:51 to play. Ahern with it. Drives and gets a man in the air. Tried to draw the foul. It's out of bounds. Boy,
good job by Ruffin not fouling that time.
That would have been a 3-point shot.
Right. Ahern, a smart player. Both he and Lowry. Lowry playing well.
Richards in and Frazier is out with the 4 fouls. 9:45 to play. Ahern gives to Lowry. Ruffin's on him. Takes a lot to get back from 20, and a lot of times run out of gas. What'll happen this time? Ball's knocked away by O'Brien. On to steal, and then a pass is knocked away by the Bears. And Bradley will have it with 9:31 to play. Turnover for Missouri State, their 15th.
And O'Brien back down the floor after the steal, Dave. He was ready for a layup at the other end if he could have contained it.
One of our keys was over 16 turnovers. Looks like they're going to get there. Bennett. Somerville got a man in the air, didn't shoot it. Ruffin on the left wing. Ball fake inside is O'Brien. Gives to Lawrence Wright. Flip it up and miss it. Got his own rebound after it was blocked. And a held ball. It'll go to Missouri State. Boogie went up to shoot it, and it was blocked right back down for a held ball by Kellen Easley. So once again, Missouri State with a chance to cut into the 8-point lead. Here's Lowry with it across the timeline. 9:10 to play. Bradley 57, Missouri State 49. With it is Lowry. Looks at Ahern, who runs off a screen, and there's Bennett, knocks him over.
Pretty good job of acting that time, too. He may have knocked him over, but Ahern's got the whole game. He gets pushed and shoved so much, he takes advantage of it.
Bennett the foul, his second, 16th foul.
Both ways.
Well, the only way to get even, Tony, is pick him.
And you don't want to foul Ahern now. Put him at the line.
Lowry with it up high right, and Ruffin's on him. Under 9 minutes to play. Both teams are in the 1 and bonus now. Lowry with it. Give it to Cheney, who hasn't done much tonight. Going to help is O'Brien. Now Lowry has it. Tony Bennett's talking to him. He glides and draws a charge. There's the way to get back. Tony Bennett cut him off to the left. And an offensive foul on Ahern. That is number 16. Tony, a good job defensively. Here comes Ruffin across the timeline again, trying to make it a double-digit lead. Bennett, Lawrence Wright, inside out is Ruffin. Gives Somerville, he drives, he fires, he got it. Right hand, 6-footer. He's got 13, 59-49. Quickly Lowry across the timeline. Ruffin gets a steal. Ruff the pick. Ruff the layup. Kaboom! Kaboom! Ruffin! How in the world did Ruff dunk that? Oh my goodness. Breakaway dunk by Daniel Ruffin, the first of his career.
Well, a good time too, Dave. We got down to 8 points. The ball game just scored, and Daniel picked him clean. And good time for his first dunk.
A rough stuff.
Well, we had a rough 3 in the first half. We get a rough dunk in the second.
Well, he's had a night. He threw the ball in on a lob and now dunks one. I think we've seen it all. 61-49. Ruff got the pick, got the dunk. And Jim Bain, who's down on the floor, had some words for Mike Sanzier, some pretty pointed words. And that's very unusual for Boomer to come all the way from upstairs. Had a great talk with him earlier tonight. He and his wife are just precious people.
First time I've seen him do that, as a matter of fact, Dave. I never seen him come down the floor before.
Hutchinson hands to Cheney. It's Cheney, Thompson, Ballou, Richards, and Lambreth.
Thompson hasn't played much in this ball game.
And Deke has it now with the right hand. The crowd got back in it after that. Bennett, the offensive foul, and then the steal. And then suddenly the Braves have a 12-point lead again.
And Ahern back on the bench.
Richards, or Thompson rather, looks down at Richards, can't get it to him. Good Bradley defense here. Here's a pass inside to Richards, hands off to Lambreth, missed the shot. Somerville, they're on his back for the rebound, and that's why the crowd's upset.
Yeah, Richards just got his 5th foul, Dave. He was over Somerville's back and it wasn't called.
61-49, new shot clock for the Bears when we come back in a minute. 7:41 to play. Daniel Ruffin has got his first career dunk in this game tonight. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
Get another Northern Iowa score. Got down.
Okay. 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 There's Ruff's dunk. Oh, he can't get up any higher than that. Well, I'll tell you what, Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back. We've been watching the highlights up on the board of the couple of dunks, and I'll tell you what, the crew here in-house that you, when you see on BUBraves.com, they've taken the feed. I mean, they just do an outstanding job down there of catching these highlights to feed to you fans all over the world on the internet. It's just it's been marvelous, and we've had some highlights tonight. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by. Well, I've got all my spots. No, I got one more. I got one more.
You got another chocolate one?
Yes, I do, Coach. I want to tell you about this place. Candy Kitchen and Creamery. The Candy Kitchen and Creamery in Pekin. It's on Court Street. Watson and I are going to go over and check it out.
Well, what Watson you?
Well, I'll take you along, Coach.
Nice.
Handmade chocolates, fudge, ice cream, and desserts. All the sweets you desire. Call 346-CHALK. Inbounds play, Ahern.
Nice lob on the pass, Ahern.
On the lob. You don't expect him to get a lob, but he did. Got it in, 61-51. 7.5 to play. Back to a 10-point game. Got to still go to work here. Ruffin, give it to Somerville. Look for the drop-down pass. Give it to right, up high left. Now Bennett got it deep. Thompson in the air. Right with it on the baseline. Stepped out of bounds.
Yes, he did.
Right in front of Tim Hutchinson. He steps out of bounds. That's turnover number 19 for the Braves.
That's a bunch.
Missouri State has a chance to cut into the 10-point lead again. Illinois State 63-39. 5 minutes to go over in Normal. With it left is Thompson. Get a ball screen from Ballou on a pick and roll. He steps back and now drives against Somerville. He walked in the lane, wasn't called. 3 ball by Ahern, misses, and O'Brien picks it up. How did he miss that travel? With it is Ruffin. That's what Jim Les wants to know. Give it to Lawrence Wright. Now to O'Brien from Ruffin. O'Brien takes a free throw line jumper short. Rebound tipped out. And it's Richards to Ahern.
Better stay on him.
Give it to Thompson. Stutter step dribble. Walked again. Wasn't called. I guess they're going to give him a step. There's Ballou. Drop down pass Richards. Pull up jumper short. Rebound Ballou gets it back. To the ball. New shot clock. 6.5 to go. Still 61-51. Ballou is fouled going in. And he'll go to the line for a pair with 6:29 to play.
Boy, Richards, you let him shoot all day. That's about a 6-foot shot. About 5 foot.
Wright picks up the foul. His first. Wichita 5.5 to go, 65-37 over Drake. Northern Iowa 72, Evansville 57, 2 minutes to go. No close games. This is the closest one. Ballou's first is in and out. Stays 61-51. Our magic number was 71.
J.J. Twy in for Lawrence Wright, Dave.
One more for Ballou. Made that one. 9-point game, 6:29 to play. Bradley 61, Missouri State 52. Ballou out. Easily in. Gonna look at some pressure here, perhaps. Ruffin gives to Bennett. Fakes the pass and brings it across the timeline himself.
A little pressure in coming back zone.
Ruffin to Twy. JJ on the left wing. Looks at Ruffin, hands it off to him, and he'll bring it back out on top. Out near the L, and Bradley now looks to attack. Bennett on the right wing. Ball fake. Takes a couple of dribbles. Twy. Looks for a post pass. Gives to Ruffin. Shot clock reached 12. Now 11. Now 10. Ruff between the rings. Now bring it to the right with 7. Now 6. Now 5. Ruff, tough shot. Pull up. Jumper goes in.
Tough shot is right. Going to his left. Little off balance.
On the left wing, he's got 7. 63-52. Back to an 11-point lead. With it is Ahern. Post passes to Richards, and O'Brien's on him. Turns baseline right, missed it badly. Rebound taken down by Bennett to Ruffin. Across the timeline, he comes on the right. Get a ball screen from Somerville, and turns and goes left in a timeout, Jim Les. 30-second timeout, 28 of the shot clock. Sky Frazier comes back. 5:31 to play. Bradley 63 and Missouri State 52. The next broadcast is from Evansville at Roberts Stadium on Saturday night. And we'll all head to the upper deck there, Coach.
That's a long ways up, Dave.
I really like working games up there.
You can see the overall play much better than you can down the floor. That's true.
I like it. Give me higher any day, because down on that floor you get screened by officials,
players,
and
coaches sometimes.
And sometimes coaches. Indiana State's probably the worst. Drake's not too good. Southern Illinois is hard to see from there. Doesn't get much better than home, sweet home, though.
That's very good.
Twy inbounds to Ruffin. 5:28 to play. Bradley 63, South Missouri State 52.
One man to man this time.
With it, J.J. Twy. Get a ball screen from O'Brien, who steps back. Doesn't take the shot because they leave him wide open. Gives to Bennett. Wanted to set a ball screen for him and double him once and then twice. Bennett comes back out with 9 on the shot clock. Now 8. Tony drives, fires it, missed it. They try to slam dunk. O'Brien did on the attempted putback. And here comes Lowry with it for Missouri State. Get a ball screen from Sky Frazier on Ruffin, but he gets back. Look at Ahern. That passing lane is cut down nicely by Twy. Give it to Cheney. Free throw line extended to the right. Good play away from the play by. Weak side help by Ruffin on the steal. Another steal for Ruff. Bounce pass inside Somerville. 3-timed. Hooked it. Got it. Missed it. And an elbow thrown by Frazier, and he's out.
Yep.
Sky Frazier threw an elbow at O'Brien. Got caught. He leaves.
That was right in front of the official.
Bye-bye, Sky. 63-52 as Frazier fouls out. Well, they did it right in front of everybody, Coach.
Well, yeah, and he's a pretty pretty good offensive player. The kid's taking his place is not.
Third player to foul out against the Braves this year. With it, O'Brien looks for Somerville, in and out of his hands. Cheney goes for the steal. Somerville pushed off and got a break. I guess he was fouled first because he pushed. And Sellis to the line.
Double bonus, I believe.
He's got 13. One of our keys was for Sellis, as it's his 19th foul, to get his average. Well, he's got 13, and 2 would make it 15. The way that we figure it. Somerville to the line. First of a 1 and bonus. That's good. 64 to 52. Our magic number was 71. The Braves are creeping there. One more for Sellis. And book that too. And he has 15. 5 for 5 Watts on the line. Yep. Here's Cheney. The count is on. Sellis knocks the ball away to Bennett, to Somerville. Come on!
I tell you, Dave, you should have saw the sequence just prior to that. Somerville doing a real good job of playing denial, ended up getting a steal, and then a pass rewarded for the
67-52, 4 minutes to go. 13 steals to the Braves. Ballou in the lane. Shot too hard. Somerville the rebound. Gives to Ruffin. 3-on-2 break to Bennett. His layup up. Good! And fouled on the play. Sing to me, Tony. All started by Somerville at the other end.
Now both plays set up by real fine defense by Bradley, Dave.
Jim West goes over to Somerville and gives him a big swat on the rear end, and that's the way to play. He started that whole break, and Bennett wound up scoring, and he'll go to the line for a trifecta, and all of a sudden it's 69 to 52. After the slam dunk, a steal, a layup, and a foul. That's not bad. Back in a minute, you're listening to Bradley Rays Basketball on 1470 WMBD. You're right, Watts. You're right. Well, I don't know. Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable. I don't know who we should make the player of the game tonight.
Well, you could make a lot of. There's been a lot of good things happen. Somerville's played a very good game, as has Tony Bennett. Twy and limited playing time. Daniel's done well. O'Brien, 6 out of 10, most shots he's had in quite a while, along with 8 rebounds. There's a lot of people that could be there, Dave.
Sellis.
Good. Well, he's 7 out of 11 from the field tonight.
Hard to beat
Dave.
that.
Yeah. And 3 steals and 2 assists. So he's had the complete game.
And how about Bruffin's dunk? I still can't believe that one.
Well, you got Tony Bennett with a ratio. He got 6 assists tonight, which is a lot for Tony. He's only 1 turnover and 4 steals, too.
69-52, and Bennett to the line for a 3-point play, trying to get into double figures. 17 for Somerville, 17 for O'Brien, and 9 for Bennett, and trying to get Bradley to 70. Our magic number was 71, and Zach Andrews will come in if he makes. He didn't. And Ballou the rebound. Give to Thompson. Deep Thompson. He's been quiet tonight.
Hasn't played that much. Other guys played a little better.
Ahern with it up. Free throw line extended to the right. Go to baseline against J.J. Twy. Did a nice pass on the
there.
feed. Knocked away by Ruff, who away from the ball made a nice play. O'Brien out. Zach Andrews in. And And it'll be inbound right. Deke Thompson. Layup Ballou is up and good.
Nice job.
Another inbound play. 15-4 now. 69-54 with 3:25 to play. 15-point Bradley lead. Here's Ruffin with it on the right. Gives to Somerville. Fake twice. Looks at J.J. Twy and then arches it to him. Sanzier, when he was hit, by the way, by Bennett, is not feeling too well. With it is Somerville. Eric Redmond went to check on him, and that's why Jim Bain went downstairs to check on him.
They've gone man-to-man, but...
J.J. Twy with 9, 8 on the shot clock, using some of the shot clock. J.J. with 7, now 6. Pass inside to Zach Andrews, and he's fouled. What a bailout that was with 3 on the shot clock.
And out past the top of the circle.
2:59 to play. That's Ballou. And Zach's to the line. You got your hard hat ready?
As a player, Dave, you always got to be aware of the shot clock. And when it's down to under 5, you certainly don't want to make a foul out there midcourt. So we'll take it.
Zach Andrews to the line. He's got 6, 69-54. First one's up, missed.
Come on, Dave. 48%. Let's get this an end.
You mean Zach?
Yeah.
Okay. 48%. He's now 19 of 41. Short on the second. J.J. Twy gets the rebound. Back to Andrews. Has it knocked away, and it's picked up by Ruffin. New possession. Give it to Bennett. So he missed 2, but got the board. The Braves will use some more of the clock here. Bennett with a left-hand dribble. Goes in, comes out. Gives to Somerville against Ballou. Now J.J. Twy. Deke Thompson fouls him. J.J.'s going to have a chance for couple of free throws here.
He had the first 5 points. Remember, the second half was all by JJ.
JJ's got all 5 in the second half. He's 1 of 1. He's 2 of 2 for the season. Well, Doc Holliday is going to win again. His 6th straight year as the coach. And the assistant coach on the bench. He was at shoot-around today, had his lucky tie on and suit. And now 6 for 6. And first free throw by J.J. is good. And that magic number tonight, Coach, was what number?
I think the one is coming up right now.
71. 54. 2:39 to play. As Twy is 3 for 3. Hasn't missed all season. Might not. 2.5 to play. Lowry with it. Braves are going to go to 5-5 in the league. Here's Ballou. Long range 3. Good. Nathan Ballou and timeout.
He's 42% for there. For a big guy, that's a pretty good number.
Barry Henson calls time. 71-57. Bradley with 2:26 to play. Bradley Braves basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois. We'll run down all the Valley finals for you. We got 2 in the books. 1 last night, 1 tonight, and 2 are all but over. So you're going to have Wichita State, Southern Illinois, Northern Iowa all at 8-2. You have Creighton all alone in 4th at 7-3. And then Bradley will be tied with Missouri State for 5th, 5-5. Then Drake 4-6. Illinois State 3-7, and then you have Evansville and Indiana State at 1-9.
Patrick O'Brien just came back in the ball game, Dave. We got our starting ball club on the floor. I hate to see anybody get hurt. I wish that ball game is over.
Somerville inbounds to Ruffin. They look to double him. It doesn't bother him too much as he dribbles around 2 and then gives a bounce pass to Somerville and back to Ruff with 2:16 to play. Up high right. Ruffin is fouled, and Daniel will go to the free throw line.
Daniel right now, best free thrower on the team on percentage-wise, Dave. He's 83% on the season.
Illinois State wins 75-48. Well, they need David Moss back, don't they?
Badly.
And that may not matter. Ruffin to the line. Ruff has 7 points, including a slam dunk. Well, it wasn't a slam, it was a dunk. But for Daniel, we'll call it a slam. First free throw good, 72-57.
I like this pass to the basket the first half. I think it'd be even better.
Bradley averages 73 points a game, and Ruff's free throw puts him there. But Missouri State averages almost 80, and they're not going to get 80. Here's Thompson at the other end, and a whistle. Was that before the shot, Ruffin? Boy, Tim Hutchinson got that call with 2:09 to go. Ruff picked it up. His second, and easily will come in. Deke Thompson will go to the line.
He hasn't scored tonight, Dave.
Well, he's got an opportunity here. He's 75%, only 12 of 16. That's not many free throw attempts. Ruffin, as Bradley's point guard, has 36. Free throws up and good. They have shot him at the line pretty good tonight, haven't they?
Yeah, they're 74, and they got a couple guys, you know, when you got one guy that hasn't missed in 40, 45, and a couple others shooting about 80 as well.
Yeah, I missed that one. But Ballou gets the rebound, and he's fouled by Somerville or Twy with 2:07 to play.
Foul on Somerville.
Somerville got that. His fourth.
4 on Somerville.
Sellis is fouled out of 2 games already this year.
1 bonus for Ballou.
So here's Ballou to the line. He had a 3-ball not too long ago. His free throw's good. 73-59 with 2:07 to play.
He got 11 in the second half.
12 as he makes that one. 73-60. It's a 13-point Bradley lead. Ruffin gives to Somerville. In the backcourt, back passes to Ruff, who's got 5-4 to make it up. Spins away and gives to Somerville. 3-on-2 break, but he just elects to bring it back out. Smart move. Ruff is held by Ballou, who picked up his 5th foul. So that's 2 Bears to go back to the cave tonight. 73-60.
Yeah, Daniel's got a chance getting double numbers now.
Only 2 players had fouled out this year against Bradley, and 2 tonight. And Ruff to the line to get into double figures. This will be what, 4 in double figures? 3. Did Tony make it? Nope, he's got 9. He missed that free throw. Ruffin's free throw is good. Boy, Ruff's really good at the line. 74-75. They to both, 75-60 with 1:54 to play. Thompson let the ball bounce, and then Ruffin made a run at him. Comes down, bounce pass underneath to Lamberth. His layup is good. With 1:46 to go and timeout taken by Missouri State. The Braves had already inbounded the ball, but they got called for the time. That's their last timeout. And this is a full. So at 75-62 with 1:46 to go, this game is over, and the Braves will have won their 2nd straight game and swept the 2-game homestand, and now go to Evansville on Saturday night.
I expect this team here to be real tough down there, Dave. I expect a real hard game from this team down there, even though we handle them fairly easy tonight. That's a tough place to play, tough crowd. And we've really had too many turnovers tonight that were actually just some bad passes.
Well, something to work on. Getting ready for Anslinger, and Webster will be back, as you mentioned.
And he's a good big man.
Strickland, but that's not a very good basketball team. I'm sorry, but it's not. So we'll see if he can get it done on the road. You know that it's, what is it, 15 now? 75-62. Braves are shooting still 57%. Missouri State up to 41%. Rebounds 31-29 Bears. Bradley's 14 of 20 from the line, 13 of 18 for Missouri State. Bradley has 13 steals tonight. 4 blocks, 3 by O'Brien, who, by the way, has tied Mitchell Anderson on the all-time list for 3rd place with that last one. J.J. Twy to inbound, does to Somerville. He's doubled, and he's fouled. So Sellis will have a chance for 19 and 20 here. Actually, 18 and 19. He's got 17 now. Thompson to foul. Will Franklin will come in likely for Ruffin, but we shall see. 1:43 to play. So here's Sellis to the line. He's 5 of 5 from there, or 2 of 2 rather. Short on the first.
He missed one, Dave, didn't he?
I'm looking here. He's now 2 of 3. 7 of 11 from the field. O'Brien does come out, Coach, so you had that one. Give up a little size there.
Yeah, you don't mind size. A 13-point lead and don't want a 7-footer to get hurt.
Second one is missed. He missed them both. So the score holds at 75-62 with 1:39 to play. Deke Thompson hands off to Ahern. Got a man in the air. He drives. Don't foul him. Staying down is J.J. Twy. Looking for the three ball is Labyrinth. Skip passes to Thompson. Good Bradley defense here. Thompson penetrates all the way down against Ruff. And Daniel was straight up. They got called for the foul with 1:24 to go.
Daniel Ruff in the foul.
And that's 3 on Ruff with 1:24 to go.
Well, we had 6 free throws shot the first half, but they're making up for it late.
Remember we talked about it?
Yeah, the game was going fast.
I mean, it's going to take 10, 15 minutes to play the last 3. Oh, here's that number 25 that we were worrying about. Free throw is good.
25.
I think that's Chuck Billingsley.
Chuck Billingsley or Barbara Billingsley. Free throw is up and good. At 25 came in there, Watts. Free throw's up and good. 75-64. Ruffin. Franklin. Will is fouled by Thompson. So Will Franklin will go to the line. $100 Will is 7 of 12, 58%. 4 fouls on Deke.
Hadn't scored in the second half fast. Will Franklin made some good contributions in that first half, and we're kind of breaking it open a little.
He has 4, 5. Nope, missed it. Rimmed it. That's 3 misses in a row. Sellis missed 2, and Franklin missed that. Well, whoever 25 was, Coach, he just sat down.
That was a real cameo, wasn't it?
Yep, second free throw's good. 76-64 with 1:19 to play. Ray's going to get to 80.
Not if we don't foul him.
Got a chance. Here's Ahern. They fly 2 at him. Thompson is 3 ball out front, is bounced up and good. They got no timeouts left. 76-67. At the other end is Tony Bennett. Tony is up and good for the layup, breakaway.
He's got 11 now.
He's in double figures. 78-67. Here's a lean-in shot by Thompson short. Got his own rebound. Kick out to Ahern for a 3. That's good. 78-70. And at the other end, here's another Tony Bennett breakaway. Layup good. Tony's loading them up. 80-70. Run, run, run. Look like the one dog. Here's Laurie's 3-ball other end. That bounce is no good. Rebound tipped away Ruffin, and it's out of bounds to Missouri State with 40.2.
Well, the fans that have stayed, Dave, are kind of enjoying this up and down fast pace. But
Tony doesn't mind it too much either. He's got 13 now.
Yeah.
4 real quick. Cheney's going to come in.
I don't know if Coach Luss is too thrilled about it.
Thompson is out. Cheney is in. Well, they're going to be launching here. Lowry looks. The count is 2. Ahern.
Probably get fouled.
J.J. Twy stays down. Nice job, J.J. Looks at the other end. Cheney. His layup is up and good.
They may get their 80. They're up to 72, Dave.
80-72, and Ruffin is fouled. Oh, my goodness. Well, we've celebrated birthdays and anniversaries and all kinds of stuff here in the last couple of minutes. It seems like it's been that long. A year's worth.
Ruffin at the line.
Ruff to the line. And he has 11. 4 for 4. 5 for 5. 81-72. One more for Ruff. Central Illinois Bank postgame show comes your way shortly. Free throw number 2 is good. 82-72. And Bradley wants timeout.
Full timeout for the Braves.
And this is a full. Well, more people are heading out the exits here. Bradley and Evansville on Saturday night from Southern Indiana. And then we will have Jim Les live next Monday night from 6 to 7. Had a lively show this week. And then Illinois State, the Redbirds are here 1 week from tonight. They have trouble scoring, Coach.
Yeah.
They guard you a little bit.
They might get old Collins is having a good win tonight, Dave. They don't used to have many 20-point wins. I think they had at home tonight, so that might give them a little bit of confidence. But this is a good time for us to win, too, from Illinois State.
Just got to play them one at a time here. It's 82-72.
That's right.
Braves are 31 of 53, 58% from the field. And the Bears are
they're up to almost 43.
And I said under 43 from the field, and they're 42.4. But the numbers are skewed, as we say, Coach.
Well, they really are. We've had control of the game really pretty much all the way. 19 turnovers, fouling them a lot in the second half. They were 2 for 2 the first half. They're 13 out of 18 here in the second half, and putting the line, and they're 6 out of 11 for three-point range after making only 1 out of 8 the first half.
Wichita 85-62 is the final over Drake tonight at Koch Arena. Here comes Cheney across the timeline with a right-hand dribble. Wichita swept Missouri State as well. Here's Ahern, wants to shoot a three. Now he's going to drive to the basket with a left hand. Boy,
made a nice stagger dribble, a nice drive.
82-74, and Will Franklin is fouled. 18.9.
Ahern's got the whole game now, Dave. He handles the ball well, and he looks to pass. We always knew he could shoot it.
Career high is 32. You know, he's got 23, but it really hasn't been devastating at all. He's just kind of got a lot of them late.
No, but he's just shows you what he's capable of doing, certainly. We did a good job on him a good portion of the game. He can shoot it.
6 for Franklin and one more, 83-74. That's good, too. 84-74 with 18.9, and Cheney will pick up the basketball across the timeline with 17. Now 16. Looks Cheney. Give it to Lowry. Back to Cheney. Launches an off-balance three. Bounce it no good. Franklin the rebound. He's fouled again. He won't mind shooting 2 more.
No, he'll be glad to shoot. It's really kind of silly, you know, when you're 10 down with 7 seconds to go.
84-74. Our halftime score was 39-25. They got what? They're almost to 50 in the second half. So Will try a couple more. Boy, he had a game at Creighton last week. 18 free throw good. 85-74.
He and Daniel got about 40 between them there.
Yeah. Second one, that's good. 86-74. That might be your final unless they launch one here. 5 seconds. Cheney with 4. He's going to lay it up. And it's going to be 86-76, your final score. So the Braves go to 5-5 in the league, tie for 5th. 11-7 overall in their second straight win with an 86-76 win over the Bears of Missouri State. The Central Illinois Bank postgame show is next. After a Bradley win, you're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
Methodist Medical Center player of the game is Marcella Somerville. Methodist Medical Center proud to contribute to the Bradley Scholarship Fund on behalf of Marcella Somerville. The Braves advanced to 5-5 on the season. They're now tied for Missouri State. Missouri State also 5-5 with this loss here. The Braves are now 11-7 on the season. 12-6 is the overall record for the Bears. Scoring totals for Bradley: 4 points for Lawrence Wright, 6 points for Zach Andrews, 7 for J.J. Twy, 9 for Will Franklin,